What up, everybody? Welcome to the Smoking Tire Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Off the Record. This holiday season, if you are road tripping, road trip with confidence and with Off the Record. That's offtherecord.com/TST. Of course, Off the Record is a service that, should you get pulled over, will fight any and all moving violations on your behalf, helping to keep those points off your record. As you know, if you get points on your driving record, that could affect your employment, it could affect your insurance rate, it could affect a variety of things. You don't want them, and it's easy to use Off the Record to keep them off your record. So go to offtherecord.com/TST to get 10% off all legal services booked through Off the Record. Then, if and when you eventually get pulled over, just send that ticket and a brief description of the incident to Off the Record, and they will handle the rest. Again, that's offtherecord.com/TST. All right. On this episode of the podcast, it's our annual Doug Demuro Fest. He is in studio. He's just bought a 993 Turbo. We talk about that. We talk about the Whistlin Diesel Montana tags scam. We talk about cars that we are interested in and particularly not interested in as collectibles. We talk about money go up, money go down, and a whole lot of other random left turns we will take with Doug Demuro on today's episode of the Smoking Tire Podcast.
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, I'm so happy you are here. Zach, do we exist?
We exist.
Great. And how
The Patreon folks are listening to us
the
right
drinking game, the Doug Demuro candy drinking game.
I'm going to tell you the truth. Seriously,
yeah.
I don't eat this stuff anymore. But I'm here, and it's like a tradition.
You look thin. You look thin.
I play tennis every day now.
Good for you.
My goal is to beat Spike Ferriston.
He is like an unhealthy tennis player. Like I think he has a problem. He has a problem.
It gets like that. I feel like that I'm the same. It pulses in me.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking around thinking, why aren't I playing tennis right now? They've put it into Porsches and tennis.
Yeah. Like Zuckerman, I had just interviewed him for a thing about like a story I'm doing for Road and Track about like what are the logistics of having a big car collection, and I asked like Zuckerman like, you know, what his...
How many cars do you have?
He was like, I'm in total denial. I don't... He's like, my accountant knows to tell me when to stop. But until then, I have absolutely... I was like, so what do you spend a year on buildings and maintenance? He says, I don't have the first clue. Whatever it costs, I just don't know. He said, this is the same as drugs. It's just a little more societally acceptable.
How many cars do you have?
Does he have? My guess would be like somewhere in the 20s, between 20 and 30.
What are the logistics? Are you divulging, or are we not? Is there a press embargo on this?
No, I mean,
I've always wondered about this because
you probably could guess. The long and short of it is it scales linearly. It's about in LA. Assuming it's a car that's like of reasonable reliability, right? Not counting like shit breaking all the time, but like the care and feeding in LA of a car. It's like about 12 G's a year per car. Scales linearly. So some of these folks that have collections.
Right. So you can figure 20 cars, and that we're not talking about the purchase price and all that.
No. We're talking about annual dues. These are your dues.
This is why everybody who's like, this car appreciated in value and all, it?
No.
Yeah, full math. You need full math.
That's the other thing that Zuckerman said. He said anyone who does the complete math is fucking delusional.
It's rare. I will say I did the
possible.
I did the complete math on my Carrera GT, and the guy who owned it, if the guy who owned it second had kept it and sold it to me, he would have beaten the S&P, even inclling all of his expenses, including fuel.
I mean,
I just saw that clip about like Wyclef Jean, the cars he sold in the early 2000s, like McLaren F1, 918, and a Zonda. You know, it all would have been worth like $30 million, and he sold it all for like 1.5.
Yeah. Yeah, but he probably made money at it at that act. Though I think at the time he got good prices for those cars.
Everybody thinks they're a genius when they make $100,000 on a car, and like this is the greatest thing
if
ever.
You make a dime, you're a genius.
That's true.
The percentage, if you are honest with math and make a clear fucking nickel, you're a genius. You're in such a small company.
Yeah. Although then you have to start thinking about opportunity costs, because I'm way up on my Ford GT, but if I had put any of that money into the stock market, I would have been way more up.
Sure.
So there's components to all that stuff, right?
Sure. No, I don't think it's fair to compare cars to stocks.
Only to do that when people do talk about, this car returned so much for me.
Yeah.
People say stuff like that all the time, and it's like, well, not really.
Yeah, no, not really. But of course, the joy of owning the car delivers value in a way that
absolutely
that a stock doesn't.
I've driven that Ford GT 14,000 miles, and there's value to that,
sure,
as opposed to the stock market where there's not really that much value, although there is some.
I mean, number go up feels good.
Number go up feels good.
It does. Number go up feels good in a car too. I was just talking about this with 918s because I just got to drive this 918 1,000 miles, and it was Porsche's 918 because it's like the best 918 because it's unsellable.
Yeah.
So
you can do whatever you want.
The pureness of the experience. This only makes any sense for the thing that I'm doing and not for any money down the line. That's fucking pure motoring.
But it is also an automatic hybrid like the Prius.
Yeah, it's a fucking terrible car. It's a piece of shit. Yeah, it's garbage.
You'd rather have a Carrera GT.
I would. Of course I would.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Of course I would.
The market doesn't agree.
Of course I would. It's weird. That's weird. I think people are. Some people are legitimately afraid of Carrera GTs.
There's that. I think also the 918 makes it easy.
Yeah.
And I think it's
so
been
easy.
surprising to me how many people, it's been sad to me a little. As a guy who likes cars that are hard, like my three sports, now four, but my three main sports cars are hard to use and to have and to own, and I like that. And it's been a little sad to me how people have seemingly kind of gravitated. There is still a huge market for those cars, but there's people have kind of gravitated towards the cars that are easy.
Oh, but
totally.
And Moss, I mean, when the DCTs came out and everyone was like, 96% of Ferrari buyers just skipped the manual.
Yeah.
That was the.
I got a buddy.
What's the sad part is that people still treat them as like a treasured collectible when Ferrari and Lamborghini and Porsche have gone so far out of their way to make them totally
volume
daily
cars.
daily driver volume cars. Like
That's such a good point.
The amount of engineering they put into making this thing usable daily. So when people are talking about like, oh, I daily my fucking wah wah, like that's the easiest.
I have this theory
ever.
that I call all those cars rich guy go fast cars.
Yeah.
And it is crazy to me how much pride people take in their 296, which is an amazing car, but like all it requires is you need to be a rich guy. Like it requires nothing. Like trying to buy an older Ferrari, you have to know a lot, you have to understand a lot, you have to realize there's going to be some issues, you have to drive it a certain way. Like there's things that have to be done. That is like real enthusiasm. I mean, these people, they get so excited about this brand new car that. What occurred? You paid money. You paid money for a thing,
and now you're afraid to put miles on it to lose money. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's when it gets really fucking dumb.
Yeah,
I get that you would only put maybe so many miles on a car because it's not for every experience. Like, you are like you just said, you just bought this 993 Turbo exclusively for the drive between Los Angeles and San Diego.
I can't believe how much I've driven that car,
which is such a niche use case that I would kind of have. Like, I complained about the fact that the Myers-Manx can overheat on the highway, and people were like, "Oh, what a piece of shit!" I'm like, I've now driven 1,000 miles without touching a highway. Like, what is the problem? I didn't request that in this car.
Like, ultimately, you have to. You can have some very specific use cases and still really enjoy these cars. I also can take my kids in it, which is really cool. I will say, on the topic of me complaining about people preferring cars that are easy, since I bought that car, I haven't driven the other cars all that much.
Oh, is it
I've only driven the Countach
like
twice.
Is it because it's the easiest one? Folks, taking a break from the action because support is coming in hot from Aura Frames. Aura Frames is the answer to every holiday gifting moment. You'll never struggle again to find the right holiday gift for your loved ones, especially if you have children and you are tired of constantly having to send pictures and keep up with everyone in your family, sharing pictures of the kids. Here's what you do. You send them all an Aura frame. Send Aura frames to like 10, 12 people, and then tell them each they're going to have their own special connection with you through the Aura frame, right? But they all really have the same one. Then you just download the app, the Aura app, you connect to Wi-Fi, preload some photos so it ships with photos on it, but then upload photos easily and effortlessly straight from your phone all year long. It comes with a gift box. And am I suggesting that you scam your friends and family by saying that they have a unique photo set in their Aura frames? Yes, I am. The odds are they'll never notice the difference. They won't know. Even if they go to someone else's house, they'll, it's not exactly the same. I personalized it a little bit. It's so easy. They can all get covered in one shopping experience with Aura Frame. And for a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code TIRE at checkout. That's AURA frames.com. Promo code TIRE, auraframes.com, promo code TIRE. The deal is exclusive to listeners and the frames sell out fast, so order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Also brought to you today by DeleteMe. They are making it easy, quick, and safe to get your old personal data offline at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Look, when you sign up for a new website, when you buy something online, when you make an account anywhere, they then sell your data. That's just like how it works. Your data is the commodity and anyone can buy it. This can easily lead to identity theft or phishing or harassment. And now you can protect your privacy with DeleteMe. Data brokers buy this data from the websites that you sign up with and then sell it to anybody else, which is how you end up with spam emails, scam text messages, creepy phone calls, the whole deal. Right. And as someone with an online presence, this level of privacy is frustrating because I need to use my own phone number for stuff and my own email address for stuff. Right. But DeleteMe is here to help. Right. Basically, you sign up for DeleteMe, you enter all your information, current and past, and then DeleteMe goes to work deleting all of this stuff. Now, some of it they can delete automatically. Some of it you have to then acknowledge with a couple of clicks. Some you have to like sign your name, but they keep going. They do it once, they do it twice. As long as you keep your account active, they keep going, regularly finding and removing stuff you don't want on the internet. And now you can take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for DeleteMe. It's a special discount we're offering for our listeners this holiday season. 20% off your DeleteMe plan when you go to joindeleteme.com/tire and then use promo code TIRE at checkout. That's the only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/tire and enter code TIRE at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/tire, code TIRE.
It's easy. It's new. There's a novelty effect.
Yeah.
But also it is nice to just get in a car that's like correctly titled. And just like drive a place and it has no warning lights and I don't have to think about
which cars have warning lights.
Currently, actually, none of my cars do. The Carrera GT has very sensitive tire pressure monitors, and so there's always. I'll often get in that car and it'll say that I need to top up the tire by adding 93 psi.
Very sensitive.
It's like, okay,
yes, early 2000s wireless technology is communicating.
I think I just unseated one of the monitors in my car because I had a light on after hitting a very big bump, and I have a track day on Wednesday, so it should be good.
Oh boy,
I do like tire. I was thinking about it today. I was driving up here and I was like, I have no idea what the tire pressures are, and it's kind of nice to have the monitoring system.
And on Thanksgiving, I was at my Uncle Phil's place in Long Island.
Oh.
And he has a Genesis G90 that he's in love with.
Oh.
White on cocaine white.
Damn.
And he does not do enough to keep that white leather looking good. This car is like 6 months old and I don't know what's on his hands, but damn. But he was like, yeah, Matt, the tire warning light keeps coming on. I just took it to the tire shop. They said it was fine. I go out there and like 2 of his 4 tires are like 10 PSI low. Jesus, Uncle Phil. I was glad to have the lights.
Damn, Uncle Phil driving a G90. Uncle Phil, this is
low pressure.
This is a North Shore man, I assume.
Southest of shores, Long Beach, New York.
He is flexing on all the South Shore people with his G90.
A G90 might as well be a Bentley. He's ripping down there. It's awesome. Yeah,
Uncle Phil. So what do you do?
Uncle Phil just gave us a free Mercedes.
Oh yeah.
He gave us an E320 cab.
Oh, a 124.
Yeah, scruffy,
Wow.
scruffy. But the homie at CMS Motorsports, have you met Shant? Builds the crazy Euro. At Car Week, he had the white shooting brake.
Oh, yeah, I saw
560.
that. Yeah.
We're going to build the E500 Cabriolet that never existed.
Oh, and like keep it nice.
Yeah.
You're not
not like Lorenzer. Like it'll look like a E500.
You're not going to put some stupid wheels on it like you did with that NSX?
No, we're going to put E500 wheels on it.
Okay. You promised me?
And I just took put the NSX wheels back on, the stock wheels back on because it's going on Cars and Bits.
Did you know this? He's selling his NSX.
I did.
Yeah.
I do.
This is a major event.
I have had such a problem getting the original lug nuts for this car because the aftermarket wheels, I got black lug nuts to match. I didn't keep the original.
This is what happens when you modify cars, you screw everything up.
Parts Geek, which is a pretty mainstream parts website, fucked me so hard on this. They made my package disappear and couldn't give less of a fuck about it. And their fucking AI customer service is the perfect example of the AI bubble being fucking about to burst.
Oh, you think that's over? You think that's coming to an end?
No, it's not. It's getting bigger, but it's just trash.
Why are you selling this car? This is a fixed headlight.
Because
blue.
Like, you were talking about, it's not blue, it's silver.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You were
should be blue. If it was blue, you'd be keeping it.
You just said that you man of means, Doug DeMuro, are pretty much like limited by space.
Yeah.
As am I, even with places like this.
What do you mean you're limited by space?
I am. Like same kind of opportunity cost. That every space I take up, it's like 12. How do you? That math wasn't accidental. It's like I know what I charge. It's
because it's opportunity cost for you because you could be renting that space.
Both of my facilities are like overflowing waiting list, and I just got the Manx. I'm using it whenever I can as a daily. It's so much fun.
Yeah, that's little though. That doesn't take up that much space.
No, it isn't. No, it doesn't. But
what do you have at your house? You got a garage? You got a 2-car garage there?
I have a 1-car garage in my house.
Wow.
Because I converted a 3-car garage into a gym with 1 bay with a glass.
But you have like a 4-car driveway.
Yeah. No, I have a driveway. So like Hannah's car sits outside.
You took a 3-car garage and you converted it into a 1-car garage?
Yeah.
Why would you do
I don't need to keep that many cars at home.
I know, but now you're talking about opportunity cost. You're selling the NSX that I have jealously.
Why don't you buy it? You could buy it.
I can't have any more cars. I can't have any more cars. I think
you could buy the car and store it here.
Suddenly you're making money and you're going to keep the car.
I make good price for you.
I can't have any more cars. I just got, this is my 5th fun car.
Yeah.
And it's too many.
And what's the total across family?
We have 7 cars, but 2 of them are dailies.
Okay.
And then there's 5.
Not including Nantucket car?
The car that I keep on Nantucket, I actually keep here. I ship it back. My convertible G-Wagen.
Oh, all right, cool.
Pull that up. You got any pictures of that?
You were way ahead on the convertible G-Wagon. I have another friend who currently owns 3 of them.
That's too many.
Which is crazy.
Too many convertible G-Wagons.
This car has
cool
aged so fucking well. It's crazy.
I will say, though, I disavow all other people who have anything to do with this car. People come up to me on Nantucket, and they're like, that is so cool. And I'll be like, get away from me. Because the kind of person who wants to say that to me, instantly my ears are up. I'm like, this person's going to be the worst Florida person I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh my!
Where do I get one of those? You don't. I don't want any part of this.
I had a sidekick once. Is this like that from Germany?
You know, when people say that to me, I'm so into it.
Yeah.
What? Someone came up to me and said that to me. He was in a Grand Cherokee, the 99 to 04 Grand Cherokee. And he came up to me, and I think he thought he was being like playful, like, oh, is that a sidekick? Haha. And I was like, yeah, it's just an expensive sidekick. And then I was like, nice 4-liter in his Jeep, And then he was like, oh, damn, this guy's real.
This guy off-road. Wait, why do you get mad?
The only time anyone's ever said nice 4-liter to him ever.
That's exactly right. That was a great motor, though.
But why do you get mad when people go up and they're into this car? Because you want to gatekeep
because
and not
because my
popularity?
assumption, when someone is into this car, they're into it they're very rarely enthusiasts. They're into it because they have a purple G63 back home in South Florida.
As a fashion statement.
As a fashion statement, and they want to get one of these, and they want to have a conversation about, like, how much money they can spend in order to convert their car to this.
They don't like it for the reasons you like it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I just don't like, and it's fine.
I think
G-Wagon people,
definitely not gatekeeping.
Those people, no, those
he liked these before they were popular.
Those people are fine. I'm cool with those people. I just don't want to people who have new G-Wagons and and just kind of live in that world. I'm good. I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, even when I drive the new ones, I really feel like a dick. Mm-hmm. You get in it and that door goes clack and you go, ooh.
Which is a shame because it's an amazing car.
Yeah, it's a really good like city SUV.
It's little.
Short wheelbase, good visibility,
decent ride. It goes over everything.
Yeah,
but you got to have no shame.
Yeah, and nobody will let you fucking merge, dude.
Nobody will let you merge.
Yeah.
True.
You know another thing about it
when
also?
you drive one, you're the problem with society.
That's right.
Yes.
Another thing about it also that I don't like when people come up to me is it reminds me of how I am perceived. Like when I drive it, I think to myself, I'm driving this cool truck, old vintage truck. Uh-huh. But then someone comes up to me and they're like, oh man, I got 3 purple G63s. I want one of these. And I'm like, oh no, this is how people think of me.
Yeah, that's
I like
tough.
to pretend like people think of me as some cool old truck guy when I'm in this, but they don't.
Doug, I just want to just remind you and the audience that in the last 12 minutes you've said that you're addicted to tennis and you like to drive your convertible G-Wagon on Nantucket, and you're like, I don't understand why people don't see me as a truck person.
Yeah.
A truck guy. I also, don't forget, I have
a man of the people.
Don't
I'm
forget, I have
hammers.
a TRD Pro Sequoia. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really bold move. That's the fucking affliction shirt of SUVs right
so
there.
I
got one as a press car, and I got up and climbed in it and closed the door and went, what fucking UFC fight did I just walk into? The interior of that car was designed by Dana White, dude. That shit is so crazy.
It's so true because that's exactly how I feel about it. And we were in Joshua Tree this week, and I saw a couple of them on the road, and I saw the mods they had done, the vanity plates they had, and the people who were driving. And after like the third one, I said to my wife, we got to sell this car.
Wait, what year is yours?
That's mine. There's the camo seats.
No, but you have to make sure that's not TRD. Is that TRD Pro?
That is a TRD Pro with the giant Toyota logo on the
Toyota logo on the dash. Everything on this is enormous. It's designed for people with hands that are 1.5x human hand size.
I regret things about it.
The person who drives this truck buys Magnums and does not need them.
It does look like Dana White designed the interior. That is so accurate. That's exactly what it is. It is the most Republican thing I can imagine. Like, and by the way,
there's the photo of Akio in the full bag of gear. That's this. Someone sent me that thing, and they're like, "Dude, what the fuck, Toyota?" I should just be like, "Have you seen the TRD Pro?"
Sequoia? That is exactly this. He commissioned this car. It's so bad, and there's other problems too. It's not just the interior. I have camo fenders. Also, when you start it, they don't have to do this, but when you start it, and I've discovered something. The emissions regulations are based on how it's idling after 30 seconds, and so it can go for 26 seconds, and it does. And I'm like, my wife is driving, our nanny is driving our kids around. I'm like, this is the most embarrassing thing.
Guys, we get 26 seconds of glub glub. How can we make this engine maximally glub glub?
Now, I don't have a problem. That's insane, obviously. I don't have a problem with...
By the way, that racing driver is making the Mike Myers face from when Kanye said George Bush doesn't care about black people.
That is exactly, he's like, oh God.
That's the get me
There's going to be photos.
Poor bastard.
I don't mind driving a Republican car. My Mercedes station wagon is a Republican car, but it's a Mitt Romney Republican.
Some would say it was socialist. They'd be wrong.
But the Sequoia is I have Trump's face printed on my personal checks car. This is my personality.
Yeah,
and
it's tough.
It's a little much. It's a little much.
It's a lot.
And I regret it now.
But your truck credentials are not in question.
That's right, dude. Because I drive this cross country every summer in Nantucket. When I pull up at a gas station in Oklahoma, driving this, guys are
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
a shame. I got to get rid of it. I got to get what I want is the LX600H Overtrail. Have you spent time in one of these?
I haven't driven one yet. My dad just got a Lexus TX500H and really likes it.
Those are fast.
It is fast, actually, and it's like matte gray. He must have just been on the lot. He would never have ordered this, but it's pretty cool. Actually,
there it is. There's my Overtrail.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a little more tasteful, though.
It's more tasteful in the way that I'm trying to be more tasteful.
That's also, people have asked me the difference between a Land Cruiser and a 4Runner. And it's literally the difference between like this and the Sequoia is like, do you want to like fucking, one is like regular people and one is like,
that is literally the difference, which is why I continually disrespect the new Land Cruiser. I hate it. But like this is the only way to get a 300 series in the U.S. And it's the same motor now. They've put the Sequoia's motor, which I love, into the 300, and so it's like the combination of everything I've ever wanted.
Does it have camo seats?
Thank God, no. It does have
that cow pattern, maybe? That's the fancy
agree, though,
camo?
that is the ugliest grill in the car industry.
It's been that way for a long time.
I think this is better than the previous generation.
I agree with that.
This,
where they grafted an ugly grill onto an existing car. At least this was kind of designed around it.
That was brutally bad. Yeah.
But this isn't exactly good.
Whoa, it's worse in chrome.
It's worse. The Overtrail is the best of them. But
in
none
chrome,
is good.
It's literally a giant shaver.
That's exactly what. And then you have to put a license plate somewhere in there.
Oh yeah,
somewhere. And I'll tell you something. The license plate isn't as big as the license plate is only about the size of the Lexus logo. Like you can kind of pick and choose where you want to stick that, but there's no good place for it. It's a bad situation.
This is definitely the Gillette. This is the Gillette edition for sure.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cars that look the most like shavers.
Yeah.
This versus the Cybertruck, if we're just looking at, front axle only, and forward only, it's a tie.
I was driving on the freeway today, the 405 there, and boy, it hit me because I passed a few Cybertrucks. That has fallen out of fashion quick.
You know where you see them? Holy shit. If you drive from here to my other store, West Side Collector Car Storage, South Bay, you drive right past SpaceX. SpaceX bought a fucking ton of them. The couple of blocks around SpaceX, dude. The couple of SpaceX around the couple of blocks around SpaceX and around the Hawthorne Airport, which is where SpaceX is. There's a million Cybertrucks now with fucking the VIN numbers on the side, like the 4-digit or 5-digit last 5. They're just running them around. He just sold a fucking 1,000 of them to himself.
I mean, they don't sell anymore. You saw Ford's canceling the Lightning, or it's been rumored that they're
I saw you talk about that in that clip in your podcast. Was it your podcast or Hoover's podcast?
Yeah, Hoover was there.
His video of failing to tow with it. Which is kind of a bummer. I thought the Lightning was a good truck if you're not towing. I mean, like I thought there was a use case for that.
It is interesting, though. What I've learned from this is that the market was there for electric 3-rows. SUVs, but everyone went after pickups for some reason.
Yeah, true.
And everybody comes up to me, all my neighbors, and granted, we live in California, and so you're going to get a specific selection of people, but all my neighbors, hey, I want to get electric 3-row, what do I get? Well, your options are basically the R1S and the EV9.
Kia,
Like that's, at this point, that's currently like in the Model X.
in 6 months.
Maybe, but it's currently not a 3-row.
Oh, really? Oh, they were working on
My presumption is it will be a 3-row. It's longer than before. But for some reason, they all went after trucks. And there was a contingent who wanted electric trucks, but it seems like they got them.
Yeah.
Do you think they were trying to go, like they went sedans with Lucid and Model S and everything, and they're like, all right, we got, blanket statement, like we got the left, or a lot of them. If we go trucks, we kind of bookend the population, and then we can squeeze from the outside.
They see the truck market, which is massive, and so it makes sense to want to go after it. But I think maybe in perhaps attempting to do that, they didn't really think over who was actually buying EV.
Truck.
Like who are these people really going to be doing this?
It was like the Harley making an electric bike. Like they didn't realize the people who wanted Harleys and the people who wanted electric motorcycles are like opposite people. They could have also, to their like potentially good-natured credit, been going, these are the dirtiest things we make. These are the worst fuel economy, the most whatever. So like if we electrify that segment, we could do a lot more that, I guess.
They also probably did market research and discovered that an enormous number of their consumers would be fine in an electric truck, but that doesn't mean that they are willing to.
Yeah. Guys, got to take one more break because support is coming in hot from Hydrow this season. Re-up your training regimen by training smarter and not longer. I'm talking about the Hydrow rowing machine. It's delivering unbelievable results in just 20 minutes a day. It works 86% of your muscles in one seamless motion. It's twice as effective as running or cycling. Plus, it is no impact if you have bad knees or bad elbows. Hydrow is your go-to for the ultimate in full body workout. That's what I said, 86% of your muscles, arms, legs, and core. It's twice as efficient as cycling or running. Just 20 minutes a day is all it takes to feel the results. And you could be training hard for a goal, staying consistent, getting a jump on your New Year goals, or mixing in something new to kickstart a stale training regimen. Hydrow meets you where you are and pushes you further. Their members are seeing serious results from major weight loss to stronger performance and faster recovery. All their workouts are led by Olympians and world-class athletes filmed in breathtaking locations around the world. It's sort of like that cycling one that you know, in terms of there's instructors and leaders to encourage you to push harder. They have the largest library around of rowing workouts, and Hydrow keeps motivation high all season long. 90% of their customers are still active a year later. Hydrow's newest rower, the Hydrow Arc, delivers such powerful results that GQ magazine named it the best rower of 2025. And as of right now, Hydrow is making it easy to give the gift of fitness with free standard shipping, a 30-day risk-free trial, and a 1-year warranty. I row with my trainer, and man, that is a tough workout. I don't even do 20 minutes. 20 minutes rowing is like unfathomable to me. I do like 3 minutes of hard rowing like 3 times, and I am donezo. Man, that is a real workout. You guys got to get in on this action. Head over to hydrow.com and use code TIRE to save up to $600 on the Hydrow rower during this holiday season. That's HYDROW.com, code TIRE to save up to $600 at hydrow.com, code TIRE. Also brought to you today by Smalls. I just got back from a week of travel, and you know who was the happiest to see me? My 4 kittens. And I was happy to see them. I couldn't believe how much I missed them while I was gone for a week. And they were hungry. It's not that I didn't feed them. We had cat sitters, of course, and they fed them plenty. But they know when Daddy comes home, it's food time. And boy, did they appreciate the Smalls that I gave them, because the Smalls cat food, it's fresh, it's protein rich, it's delicious. My cats go crazy for it, living their best lives. Truthfully, this stuff is great. It's actually helped because I've switched mainly to wet canned food, away from dry food, and the Smalls wet canned food, it's helping my cat Nikki and Cricket, my 2 girls. They're a little round. It's helping them lose some weight. That's not the intention. It's just healthy, clean, natural food. But they are getting a little bit skinnier. There's ingredients, preservative-free ingredients that you find in your own fridge. Smalls is delivered right from your door. That's why Cats.com has named it their best overall cat food. Plus, my cats love it. And you get started, it's so easy. You just share info about your cat's health, diet, food preferences, and then Smalls will put together a personalized sampler for your cat. That way you don't have to pick between random brands. Smalls has the right food to satisfy any cat's cravings, and then you know what your cat will like. Forbes ranked Smalls the best overall cat food, while BuzzFeed said, my cats went ballistic for this stuff, and Matt's saying, my cats are all about that Smalls. And when your cat likes the food that you're feeding you, they will actually love you more. They'll sleep with you more, they'll snuggle with you more, they'll just be happier. Smalls also has a bunch of amazing treats and snacks you can add to the order. My cats love them. It's like a little early holiday gift. 88% of cat owners that switched to Smalls reported overall health improvements. That's a big deal. And you can try it risk-free. Money back guarantee if you don't like it. They'll refund you if your cat will not eat the food. So what are you waiting for? Give your cat the food they deserve for a limited time. Because you're a Smoking Tire podcast listener, get 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/tire. One last time, that's 60% off your first order plus free shipping when you head to smalls.com/tire. tire. And now, back to the show. Yeah.
I've tried to talk so many people into one of these or some other electric vehicle who are just like not ready, either for political reasons or because they're afraid of their lifestyle, whatever.
I told at this past Thanksgiving, I told my mom and dad both have plug-in hybrids now and are like obsessed with how efficient and
What's
great
Mama
they are.
Farah driving?
Q5 hybrid.
Q5 plug-in hybrid.
Q5 plug-in hybrid. Yeah, and Dad's got the Cayenne.
And a TX 500H.
Yeah, that's in South Carolina, which is a non-plug-in hybrid.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He didn't want a plug-in for down there, whatever. But anyway.
No plugs.
But both of them would be 100% fine with full electric. And I don't give a shit, but I point out their math. I'm like, your car has 35 miles of electric range. I was like, this says that you've driven 4,000 miles on this tank of gas.
Yeah, right.
Like you do not use gas. Like you clearly you get by with 10%
right.
of the
You
range.
could almost just have an EV with a 35-mile range. You can get an iNIF and be okay.
Yeah. You can have the worst EV ever, and you still would never use gas.
They don't ever drive down to South Carolina down there?
They did when they would send, when they'd get a new car and they would send their used car to South.
Right.
Now they've got cars down there and they don't.
Where in South Carolina is this?
It's near Hilton Head.
What's the
between
address?
Hilton? It's between Hilton Head and Beaufort.
Do you ever worry about the
I went to
hurricane?
Hilton Head Concourse this year. It was good. Do
you ever worry about the hurricane situation?
I mean, no, not with their home. No, their home is fucking no. They got the crazy windows and shit now. They got the
Are they like on the ocean here?
They're on a marsh.
Oh my
God!
It's
not facing open ocean. It's a marsh facing a bay that leads to it.
With trees as well. Like there's some protection for sure.
Yeah,
they got any celebrity neighbors?
No, not really. No. No, their neighbors are very boring. They're very boring.
No, they're not boring.
They are.
Their son is Matt Farah.
The pendulum.
For God's sake.
Are your folks alive?
Yeah, my folks
aren't they boring?
Oh God, yeah, that's a good point.
Or are you the boring one and they're super excited?
I have become more boring.
So we all have.
I bought a lot of bonds recently. And I was kind of excited to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
Like, ooh, stability.
My kids are not going to think I'm cool.
When you start getting really interested in like your home decor shit and like little that's when you get really bored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, okay, back to cars. So you said you've got 7 but 2 dailies.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, yeah.
That's pretty good.
How many cars do you have?
Between me and my wife, 9.
Oh,
but I need to go minus 1.
You're getting rid of the NSX.
Yeah, I need to go minus 1. We need
I think 7's too many. I built between the last time I was here and now, I built a 4-car garage at my home.
Sick.
And I intentionally limited it to 4. I could have gotten more, but I intentionally limited it to 4 because I wanted to limit myself.
You're going to put lifts in the garage?
It has lifts. It's 2 and 2.
Oh, 2 and 2.
I instantly went out and bought a 5th car, which is idiotic. And I already kind of regret it. Like, I can't imagine getting rid of one of my 5 children.
And do you keep cars at the office, too, at the bunker?
Right now I have that ability, but I won't forever.
Yeah.
And I was kind of trying to future-proof. But also, I just, 5 becomes, to me, especially dealing with 2 little kids and 2 houses and just everything that's going on in life, 5 becomes, to me, a little bit too much work.
If you're dealing with them yourself.
Yeah, right. Which I am.
It absolutely is. Yeah. If you lived across the street here and kept 5 cars with me, it wouldn't be.
What, you send people's cars off to the service places?
We do everything.
Really?
We're full
concierge. So if I said to you, hey, man.
My customers don't do shit. They call, they text, and the car's fucking ready when they show up.
How do I get into that racket?
I wish it was a racket. It is the blue collar as shit. It's sucking up to rich people and doing low level. Just moving cars around. It's not glamorous, but it looks
nice glamorous. I go down. What do you mean it's not glamorous? I go down. There's $1 million cars. There are $1 million cars.
Yeah, but the job's not glamorous though. But it's pretty.
How come you haven't sold this to private equity? Have they called?
Huh?
Have they called?
No, it's not that good of a business. No, it's not that good. It's a good business for an individual. It's not some good. It's not something that needs.
It's not something that could like scale.
And
at
I have no
level.
interest in it. I have interest in collecting rent for the rest of my natural.
I know,
life.
but you've got to do stuff.
Dude. This
What if the rent you collected was the bonds? The bonds pay your rent, and you don't have to do anything, and you could keep your NSX. You could have a gym and a 3-car garage.
But you wouldn't be able to store it anywhere.
Listen. You also know on top the NSX. I never actually. I never thought that was going to be a forever car. It wasn't necessarily a poster car. That car lived here with my customer for 2 years. He drove it very little.
Yeah.
And it's such a nice car. It just hit 20,000 miles. There's still the plastic is still on the pedals and it's beautiful. And this guy was willing to sell it to me for a price that I was very happy with. I'd always wanted to own one. I've done like 3,500 miles in it. That's enough to get to know an NSX.
Yeah. 3,500 miles, pretty good. No shade.
And
plus you're selling on Cars and Biz, the most important part.
Dude, and I thought it would be a fun like cruise around town thing. I never really used it for that. The Manx is for that.
Yeah,
so whatever.
We cruise around town in a loud, open roof vehicle that attracts an enormous amount of attention.
Yes.
That's what we want to do.
Yes.
You know what you did that we all talk about, all my friends? You went and bought one of those used Taycans.
Yeah.
Like, we see them sell.
It's worked out so well.
Yeah.
The car's fucking great.
Are you not concerned about the next round of depreciation? I mean, like, it's not like it's slowed down.
I mean, no, you're right. Am I concerned? Like, no, I'm doing it for I'm doing it for educational purposes and business experimentation purposes, and like, look,
my friends and I talk about this all the time.
I'm not going to lose. I can't possibly lose as much as the first guy lost. I'm not going to sell it for zero.
Right.
To lose as much as the first guy lost, I would have to
pay somebody.
I would have to burn it to the ground, no insurance.
Right.
Zero.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that won't happen.
Yep.
And in the meantime, like, it's a really nice car.
Yep.
It works perfectly.
You haven't had problems?
I had one small hiccup that did not prevent me from driving it or using it at all.
Yeah, all my buddies talk about this because these used EVs are incredible. And used cars in general, the market has started to become normal again where used cars are like depreciating again. And you look at these things, especially the wagon, and you're like,
fuck yeah, dude. This car is so sweet.
Right.
Especially, like, I mean, for the thing that I do with it, which is cruise around town and drive it on the highway, like, I don't need it to be like a super, super crazy fucking thing. I would say, depending on your use case, like, be realistic. Like, ours is not performance battery plus. So the real range is about 220, which for some people that's not enough. For me, fine. Don't give a shit. But for some people, that wouldn't be enough. So
you got 9 cars. If you're running out of range, you're just getting the Manx.
Right. He lines them up for like 1,000 miles and drives one and runs it out, jumps to the other one, another one. Yeah.
And then he has a guy come and fill them all up. So
it's like Joe Pesci in Casino.
Cars, parking garages,
like that. Like going back to our friend Paul Zuckerman, he has no daily. You know that? That's how he lives his life. No daily driver at a time.
If I had enough money and no children, I would probably do that. Like my Ford GT, I use my cars as frequently as a person would use cars like this.
Yeah.
The Countach, like I don't have any. I rotate through all of them. I drive basically all of them every single week.
The Countach, it kind of feels like it should be a 5th car, but you have to use it more like a second car.
Yeah, you have to use it.
And you can tell the difference if it sits for 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks.
I have never let it sit for that long. Now, when I go away for the summer, it sits, but I have someone start it and run it up to temp. But since I have owned that car, I have never let it sit for maybe a week. I guess when I'm out of town for travel, but even then, I don't really travel anymore.
Maybe a week. So
I drive it all the time.
So in the stackers, Countach downstairs.
The Countach is up, but I have a rule with my stackers that I have no excuse to not take the up. Like if I walk into my garage that day and I want to take the up car, I just do it. I keep down below, I keep the Ford GT and now the 993, which are pretty easy cars to just start, move out of the way. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
And so if that's what I'm feeling, then that's what I do.
All right, good.
Boom. And I have never. It takes 2 minutes. Like realistically, it is annoying.
Yeah. But you still any barrier sometimes. You walk in the garage, you go, I don't have the fucking energy right now.
Well, and the Countach needs to be up for that reason. It also needs to be up because when the G-Wagen is in there, it won't clear. Like the G-Wagen can't sit above it because the door of the Countach won't go up.
Yeah.
There's more to it than I realized. The Ford GT has to be on the left side because the door of the Ford GT, you have to open it an enormous amount in order to get out of the car.
GT doors, yeah. We had to be unfortunately, we learned the hard way, and it was a very understanding customer, but we learned you can't open a Mercy door underneath the lift at all. And we had to, fortunately, it was just a tiny little paint chip. It just like tapped and we fixed it, and the guy was cool, like whatever. You got to learn somehow.
Yep.
But I was surprised that you literally could not open the door.
And my ceiling is only tall.
Aventadors you can.
My ceiling is tall enough for 2 sports cars to fit, no problem. But a sports car and an SUV, they fit. It's just tight. And so I didn't really think about it. So I pulled the Countach one day under the G-Wagon, and I opened the door, and it didn't. I knew it was good. I opened the door and I was careful with it, but it wouldn't open far enough for me to get out of the car. Yeah. I was like, okay, I gotta figure something. And
it's so
it's
funny.
actually
and
really
you can't climb out the window.
Right. It's like, all right, I'm shutting the door, backing out, and we're doing something else. It's sad though because the Countach, therefore, I never really get to see it. It's always up.
Right.
And that's like, to me, that's kind of sad. Unless the G-Wagen is out for service, the Countach is above it.
When mine was working, I would arrange for it to be parked directly outside view of my office, so I could just look over my shoulder and see it all the time.
I put a giant print of the Countach that my buddy and my photographer Nick took in Big Sur, like the car with Big Sur behind me. And so I can look at that. Like that's like eye level in my garage.
Did you see the one I have in the hall?
It's like that.
The Larry
It's like
Chen
that.
one. Yeah.
Let's talk about your Countach.
Sure.
How we doing?
What I'm doing, the engine and gearbox have returned from Italy.
Did you have to pay tariffs?
No, because I already owned the thing. You can send a thing to Italy for repair and come back, and there would not be tariffs.
Wasn't that like a phone call type of confusion?
I used a fucking shipping company, as one does, and it was almost like a Seinfeld episode where the importing and exporting divisions didn't talk to each other.
Yeah.
I used the same shipping company for both directions, and the guy who was dealing with the return. I emailed the guy who had sent it there. Oh, I don't do it. Okay, fine. This guy.
I don't do the importing. I don't do the exporting.
They're asking me for all this crazy shit. And I go, you guys, it's the same thing you sent that way. And they're like, but what is the value of this? And I go, guys, there's no value for. I already own this.
Right.
This is it was shocking.
So they were, but so this came up. It was like a thing that was.
Yeah. It came up that there could, had I purchased many new blah 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 major componentry, there would have been. But
so the engine and the trans are back here.
Yeah, they're in L.A.
Oh,
they're in a crate, and
so you're good. Where's the car?
The car and all the other parts are at my other store. And I'm waiting.
Let's put this together.
I agree. You got tools.
Yeah, we got tools. I'm just waiting for Damien to finish a project to have room, because it's probably going to take him 6 months to put my car back together. So he needs to finish one car to clear the bay. I get it. Small shops.
Me and you.
I think we can do it.
Yeah.
YouTube has
You guys
everything.
definitely-
Everything.
Truly.
You know what
We probably could.
honestly, should I just call Freddie?
Freddie Tavares? Yeah.
No.
It'll take him twice as long.
Yeah.
No. It's just it's okay.
It's got to go in like this.
Oh yeah.
You know who you call?
Yeah.
Tony Angelo. He'll have it done in 3 days.
Yeah.
And it will turn on.
Yeah. Not much else, but no, he would. But it's okay.
The whole
I
thing
don't-
scares the hell out of me. The whole Countach. But so this is happening. The car is here also.
Yeah, everything's here.
You're good.
I mean, we are going to find out that something is missing.
Yeah.
We just don't know what it is.
Right.
I'm prepared for that. I don't know what it is.
Don't you want to get that process started though, so you can drive
Yes.
it? When was the last time you drove this auto?
It was October of 2022 was the last time I drove it.
Wow.
Ran when parked, as they say. Look,
3.5 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy and it's stupid and it's frustrating and it's fucking expensive. But this is the once in a 25 years everything.
Yeah.
And also not just the service, but it's the unfucking the 90s wiring and the whatever Mickey Mouse bullshit.
I mean, in a way, there's
It's the
some benefit
undoing
to this.
there's enormous amount of benefit to it. What the product that comes out the other side will be far, far superior to what went in.
You know what happened?
And dude, I don't have enough to drive. You know what I
Got
mean?
9
Like,
cars.
fucking,
You know what happened?
cares?
Life gave him lemons, and he made lemonade.
No,
What?
it wasn't a lemon.
Well done.
I'm the
that
most.
was a
I'm
reach.
like the most born on third base.
No, in the Countach situation, because there was a situation with a fella out in the desert who that was the lemons.
You know,
It was sour.
You know, like loud and clear. By the way, Donnie did not do that, right? Did I make that very clear?
What
to you?
the
thing he got
well,
arrested for?
Regardless
he
of
didn't
that,
do. Just wanna make
to
it
your
very
car
clear.
specifically, though, there became a problem because of all that stuff. That was the lemons.
Most people don't have to collect a disassembled car without knowing what parts are yours and what parts are someone
And look
else's.
at you now, though. Now you got this thing all ready to go.
Yeah.
Yours is a fuel injected car, though, right?
Yeah, which is not something that bothers me.
There are so many
Fucking
guys out
carb
there
snobs.
with project cars that are going to
Carb
clip
snobs.
what you just said and be like, "See, honey, it's okay. I'm turning lemons
I'll
into
tell you
lemonade."
another way you turn lemons into lemonade. In the 3.5 years you haven't been driving this car, you know what the car's been doing?
Yeah.
Rapidly
I know,
gaining value.
rapidly. That's the thing that doesn't bother me. That's why it could sit there as long as it needs to.
Yep.
But I always tell myself that, like, I think you do it too. If I ever had the means to buy something like this, it's to drive it, it's to use it, it's not. And what I'm not doing is painting it. I'm not.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
right. You're making it mechanically
I'm
correct.
going to replace a couple of shitty seals on the outside, but like we're not painting. I'm going to touch up a little bit here and there, but like it's going to have rock chips.
Yep.
It's good, like because. You know, I just need to fucking just drive this for the rest of my life, right? Like, just keep driving it. Because why would you?
You know, I shipped
9-year-old me would be like, what are you?
You have
what?
this and you're not.
You have this and you're not driving it all the time.
Although
Like, what are
I
you, a
do
pussy?
often get comments from 14-year-olds who are like, if I had one of those, like a Carrera GT, I would daily it. And I'm like, no, you wouldn't.
If you
once you
if I had a
learn,
918, I would. Not dailying a 918 is lame.
it depends how much
so
money you
easy.
have. I think that if you had $10 million and you had a $3 million car, you wouldn't daily it, even if it was an easy car to drive.
Because
you're
I would
too
just
scared.
have a better car to daily.
You're just too scared. If you had $100 million and you had a $3 million car, it's a different situation.
Sure, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
But
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
you be? I'm fearful when I drive the Carrera GT, and I think its value has only continued to go up, and it makes me nervous. And I wish it was worth half of what it is.
I can see how you. That's a lot of money. That fucking thing.
It's
That's
a lot of money.
lot of money.
Yeah.
I think because I got into the Countach, it was still all
Right.
it was all the money I could spare at the time, but and it's insured for what it's worth now. That I feel like what will
That's
be.
how
what,
I feel about my
what,
Ford GT.
What will be. You
Right.
know, but when you buy something at that big number, you go like, I guess it's hard to recalibrate.
I think it would be hard
brain.
at that point, though, even given how, like, even if I had paid $250 or what people paid in 09 for Carrera GTs, it got to that point. How do you not think about it?
Yeah.
How is it not on your mind? You know, when you drive it around and you think, okay, I hope this person doesn't hit me. I don't have those thoughts when I drive
think
the Ford
if
GT.
if you are talented enough at business to earn that much money in the first place.
Yeah.
Granted, a lot of billionaires inherit their money or steal it, but if let's just assume that you've earned it.
Yeah.
I don't think you can turn capitalism off.
Okay, I'm going to tell you something.
I don't think you're capable of doing
I'm going
it.
to tell you something. I mean this sincerely. I am not talented enough at business. It worked out one time.
That's why you drive your shit.
And I don't know that I can do this another time. And so, like, I am worried. I'm worried about driving it because I truly don't believe
That's funny.
there is.
That's
Otherwise, I would have bought an
actually
F40.
really
If I
funny.
felt like I could just make all the money again, I would have bought an F40. I would have spent more than I should have,
Yeah.
and it would have eaten into my family's, but whatever, because I would have just made more. I don't think that's out there for me.
That's funny. Yeah, you cashed out. You got what you got.
Right.
Yeah, shit.
I can't tap into anymore.
So you can relate more to like a lotto winner.
Yeah.
And
you know
were
what I
just
think
going
about?
about your day and then got money.
And you know what I think about? Lotto winners made the best investment of anybody, right? They spent $2 and got millions. But mine was pretty good too. Like I bought that Ferrari at the start, did the YouTube channel, et cetera, and it worked out. But there's not another pot of gold there. So I got to be a little. That's why I'm buying the bonds.
That's funny.
Think about it.
Man, yeah, that's a tough. That's funny. I haven't contextualized this because I interviewed a bunch of 918 owners for this story for Road and Track. And most of them said, despite the fact that they were good investments, They weren't really concerned about that. They drive them as much as they can, but they have a bunch of cars, so there's only so much that they can drive them. And they have young kids or whatever. But these were people who they've not cashed out. These are earning people, and so so they don't.
It's a weird situation.
But they
for
also
me.
can't turn off capitalism. They also told me that they said it is impossible for me to not think about wanting to make a profit on this car. They can't turn it off. My dream is to depreciate a Ferrari F40 to nothing. That's the dream.
Like Whistlin style? Like
No.
Actually, even then, it probably wouldn't be worth zero.
Oh,
Someone
no
could
way.
Take the VIN.
The VIN is valuable.
You know,
I just
Mike
mean
Burrows
to
would rebuild it.
I mean to really to use one like a fucking car. That would be great. To not have to think about it. I don't think I'll ever get there, but that would be great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think about that a lot. Like, I would love to drive my Carrera GT or an F40 like I drive my Ford GT, which is like I bumped my Ford GT into my house about a year ago, and it happens. That happens, you know? And like, that would be cool to be able to do.
Yeah, to drive it like, well, Ford GT is not a regular car, but to drive it like it was a fucking Boxster or something would be great. That's the dream.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not, and that's okay. That's
can we
life
talk
too.
about Whistlin in Montana?
Sure.
You got any Montana thoughts? Do you guys have any cars?
I have a lot of
I
Montana
heard
thoughts.
your analysis on it. I thought it was pretty spot on. The law is pretty black and white here. And I think if you're gonna run the fucking scam, maybe don't put the plate in the video that gets 40 million views. Also, that's a paperwork crime, and fucking perp walking him is a bit of an overstep.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Especially because, you know what I was thinking about later too? If you had any sort of dispute like that with someone else, you call the cops, civil matter.
Yeah.
You gotta go through the court, civil matter. We don't do that. But here they're like, let's arrest them.
No, there's a bunch of dumb things happening here. You shouldn't run that fucking scam and then make the car the centerpiece of a huge video.
I totally agree. I also
shows
think
the plate.
Whistlin upsets some people. Not me. I love him dearly, but there are people who he upsets. Is Jaguar doing ads now? Oh. There's people who he upsets, and so they're going to call him. You know, they're going to call the police. All right, this guy, you should check him out, you know.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You can't, if you're going to ride dirty, people are going to narc on you.
Yeah.
Like a million, like so many people probably.
Either he made neighbors mad, or he made the police mad, or he made a number of people must have gotten cranky.
People were probably so upset with him destroying stuff that the police in his town probably got so many calls that they were like, "We have to arrest this guy. We're sick of all the calls. It's tying up our phone line."
Right, but this is the Al Capone prosecution, right?
This could be the building of this dude, and I don't know him. I've never met him, and I haven't seen all the things he's done.
On the pod?
I would.
Put him on the pod, dude. He's the best.
I would.
You got any Montana cars right now?
Montana? No. What do you?
You don't do that?
I became a dealer. What are you, nuts?
Oh, you get dealer plates. That's a different kind of scam.
Listen, it may be a something of a loophole, but the state of California collects a bunch of money from me every year that is more than if I was paying registration and road use fees for the cars.
Who did your test? Did you have him do it?
Yeah, I ran.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Dude,
I just held the clipboard.
The dealer test was fucking so strenuous, but also so easy. It was crazy how
you were like really nervous, like an actual test.
It was so easy.
Like a college final.
You guys did a lot of prep. I remember.
We did a lot of prep. Well, they offer the class, but I had a couple of friends who wanted to do it. So I was like, well, how much for you to come just teach a class at my place? And they're like, if you can get 5 people. I was like, done.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so we had a class taught here.
How, like, over a period of weeks or like what?
I think it was 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah. 2 days, and then I had to, and then they don't administer the test. You had to go to the DMV, the central, like, LA, like, not the DMV,
like the DMV that people go to when they're
commercial DMV, and take the test down there, and give them your fingerprints and all that other stuff, and put up a bond. I mean, the whole thing. I'm a wholesale car dealer. Like, believe you me, the state of California is absolutely getting their money. Right. It's more expensive to be a car dealer than it is to just register cars.
Right.
Yeah. That's not a good use case for people.
Registering your cars in Montana, cheaper than all that.
Absolutely.
I think the Montana thing sucks. I wish California had the exemption for cars of a certain age, like the Leno law when it was originally proposed.
For smog.
For smog stuff. I wish that happened. But when I see very new cars driven around California, especially when I see it repeatedly, and they're registered in Montana, and they're showing up every 6 months, like the Newport Car Show, or Malibu, whatever, it makes me very upset.
You know,
Totally.
love the
If I'm paying my fees, you got to pay your fees.
And you're choosing to live here because you like it,
right?
But you don't want to pay that tax to live here. And people can go, well, the sales taxes are really high. If you're driving a LaFerrari or whatever, like you clearly have a lot of money, but because capitalism can't turn off, you're like, ooh, but I can
Here's an
save
opportunity.
$200,000, and you have 18 cars that cost $5 million.
What blows me away? We did this on our pod. We went through a whole thing on this exact thing, and the number of people in the comments who were like, yeah, but the government's going to waste the money. These taxes are stupid. And it's like, these aren't people with Ferraris. These are like guys who are like advocating for these rich people, and it's like, why are you doing this?
All the time.
That happens all the
Every
time.
political discussion.
Dude,
so weird.
There's
Simping
so
for
much of
billionaires.
these like hustle culture Instagram posts where it's like ways that this person gamed the system to make all this money, and it's just like there's an everyone does it mindset that's
but
really
I think it starts
fucking
even
bad.
larger than that, where like, you know, policies getting put forth and the talking points that come out on the news will be like, this will hurt hardworking Americans. And like the policy will be about corporations that are only worth $15 billion or higher, but they just use that term.
The word,
you're right.
So
the
people
term
think it will
family
affect them.
farms I really like.
Exactly.
The other thing that annoys me is, the guys who have killed it are the guys with the Ferraris and the Lambos, the new cars, whereas it's a valuable thing for people with the older cars. You know, one thing that really annoys me about California is an imported car doesn't pass smog.
Yeah.
Even if it passes smog. It's not allowed, right? You have to go to the lab and get it certified, and it takes a year, and it's incredibly expensive. And then you run it through a tailpipe test, and guess what? It wasn't actually polluting this whole time. And that's who Montana should be for, you know?
Dude,
and instead, the McLaren guys ruined it.
Fucking 1 liter POW.
Yeah.
You're telling me a 1 liter Japanese engine from 1990 is problematic? That's what,
right.
you know what I mean?
It's so laughable.
That's
when
crazy.
I lived in Pennsylvania, there was an exemption. If you drove less than 2,000 miles a year, you were emissions exempt.
Yeah.
And I think that was such a great idea.
Yeah, that works
It was
fine.
ostensibly it was for old people, like elderly people who didn't want to put a lot of money into car repairs on a fixed income. They didn't, we let them. But it also worked for people with sports cars who didn't.
I'm fine with the old people also
Yeah,
using that rule. Like
we're
that's
cool
okay
with the old folks. Anyway,
but no, if California provided a better path,
Yeah.
I would be absolutely happy to use it.
Yeah.
As it is, the path I'm doing is totally fucking legal.
Right.
But it sucks. It should be for the fucking, I don't know, 1984 IROC Camaro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But the dude is taken out to go to like 3 shows a
Right.
year, right? But instead,
Yeah, it should be for that.
And there should be a better path for that. And it's so sad that the Leno's Law thing got shut down, although no surprise. You know, I will say, to the credit of the people who do the Montana thing, having watched that whole process, I have now, and also with just some of my general knowledge of California license plates and how they do registration, I have watched government screw up so much BS that it's like it's hard not to sit there and be like, these people are idiots, you know?
Yeah,
like they're true idiots. And that was the case with Leno's Law. The individual who killed that bill is an idiot. He like doesn't understand that these cars are all being driven here. Well, it's going to be a problem for smog. No, it's not. We're all driving them.
Yeah, they're already.
It's just that California's not getting the tax revenue.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. Just that is annoying. And so then you start to see these people make this argument. It's hard to argue against them in some online, because they're sitting here saying,
actually they're
going to use the money great. It's like, no, that's never
right.
gonna...
I mean, that's the hard thing. Like when I was in my 20s, I was very optimistic about all that stuff, and then as you age, you go, oh, we are giving a lot of tax money, and it's getting used for things that most people don't even want, but we get, they work against our interests. So then you start going, well, no, this is how it happens.
Right.
So I say,
This is where the turn starts to be made.
I remain hopeful.
Oh, good. You're still optimistic.
A little bit.
You still feel positive about the direction of our country.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I don't mind paying the fucking taxes, and I'm not about to say as long as they're going somewhere I like. No.
Well, at its basic situation, the law is what the law is, and that was kind of my point. It's like, even if you don't like where the taxes are going, this is democracy. Get the law changed. And the reason the law doesn't get changed is because there's not a lot of people, when you stand up and say, I don't want to pay taxes on my supercar, there's not a lot of people who are like, all right, let's change that law. There's no will deal for that.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing with Whistlin Diesel is like, dude.
It's too
okay,
obvious.
they shouldn't have arrested you, but like, bro, what are you doing?
It's probably not hard to register a car in Tennessee.
That was the
I'm
other
guessing.
thing. We're talking about Tennessee.
You're
talking about
just,
Tennessee.
You're just ducking taxes.
And by the way, the other thing about this that no one's really said, Tennessee has no state income tax. He's already getting a pretty good deal. Right? Like just
let's see.
you know, pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. It's a good example.
Yeah. That's you should.
Just let it be.
Or bro, take the tag off in the
Plate off.
video.
Or
like,
put electrical tape over it like people do on Craigslist.
Oh, it's just dumb. And he's gonna be like, you're gonna be sorry for. Shut up. You're gonna have to pay this bill. Dude. You're gonna have to pay the bill. Like just shut up and pay the bill and go on.
I don't mind
with your
him milking
life.
it for views, though. I'm here for that. God knows we've done
registering a car
that.
in Tennessee costs about $92.
He does have to pay sales tax.
Yeah.
I didn't get to that part yet. I'll find that.
Yeah, I think sales tax is sales tax, no matter if it's a car or just a fucking T-shirt.
There are some
right?
states. South Carolina has like a cap.
has a tier. Yeah.
But,
Tennessee's is 7%.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's always like 7%. At one point, I registered a car in Massachusetts, and people were like, you registered there to save the difference on sales tax. I looked it up. It was like
Same.
6.75 to 7. I didn't even know before I did it. 6.75 to 7.25 or something. It's like, trust me, this ain't that.
That's okay. So how many miles have you put on this turbo so far?
Like 2,000.
All right, in
You ever
like
driven one
a
of these?
month.
Yeah, I bought it
great.
October 5. I've had 2 months.
Cool.
Look at
yes,
that.
I have driven them, and they're lovely.
They're lovely.
They're really nice.
It is not a $250,000 driving experience.
No 993 is.
No.
Except maybe like a GT2.
But those cost $1 million, and they are definitely not $1 million.
For sure.
It's a great car, and I love it dearly. I am astonished at what people pay for them.
Why? So why this though? This, I mean,
Yeah, I always
you've got
wanted one.
because of the Kills Bugs Fast poster.
The poster is part of it, and just I'd always wanted one. I've always loved the 993 Turbo ever since I first drove one almost 20 years ago, and I always kind of wanted one, and it never really left my mind. And it
Why
is
Arena Red?
because I always get my cars in the poster color. Always,
Okay.
every one of my cars. Yeah, think about it. Even my E-Class station wagon, you dig up a press photo. It's those wheels too.
I'm going to say this. I don't love Arena Red. Actually, there's very few Porsche Reds I do like. I don't think red is a color that works great on Porsche.
I will tell you this. In my pursuit to always get cars in the poster color, I have had to buy cars in colors that I wasn't that into. But for me, like my green Land Rover, I had a green Defender.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but that was their color.
I remember that, yeah.
And blue was definitely better. But like to me, that's just what it is. That's just the car. There isn't, in my mind, there isn't a 993 Turbo that isn't Arena Red.
I mean, if it's going to scratch the childhood poster car niche, it might as well fucking match.
Yeah.
I mean, you notice the poster I have in my office is the '87 Top Speed Shootout, the one the Yellowbird ended up winning. Who shot that? Jeff Zwart. And the poster that I have is the photo of the Lambo from that shoot. It's the exact same spec as my car.
Yeah.
Same color, same everything, which is great.
And look at that.
Kills Bugs Fast. I mean, possibly the most iconic thing. I mistakenly attributed it to Jeff Zwart. This is actually not a Zwart production, but one of a few that wasn't Zwart.
You know, I got to tell you, the thing that has surprised me the most about getting this car and then announcing it a couple days ago, the number of people, even people I haven't talked to in years, who texted me and said, I had that poster on my wall when I was a kid. Like people reaching out. I had Kills Bugs Fast. I have it in my garage now. Well,
have you seen the door sill of my car? The door sill of my Spider is Cuts Hair Fast in the typewriter font because it's a fucking hairdresser's car.
Right. I was astonished by it. Is like the iconic poster. I think it's probably the most iconic Porsche ad of all time. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I really realized just how like cultural it really was. But yeah, I don't know. It's cool. I do think it's vastly overvalued, and they continue to seem to be going up, which I don't understand.
How rare are they? I haven't really thought about this.
I don't actually know. So this is here's a little secret about me. Even though, and I've said this a million times and no one believes me, but I'm really not that into Porsches. I don't know that much about this car. I got a buddy down the street who's like, "Did you do this? Does it have this? Have you got this option?" I'm like, I literally do not know any of it.
Funny.
I just wanted one, and it's a really nice one.
Where'd it come from?
It came from Porsche Santa Clarita. Our buddy
cool.
Bo Galpin. They got it traded in, and
fucking great.
Right. And they had never really hit their website. We found it on their back-end software, and I called them, and we worked out a deal.
Hacked into the mainframe.
We hacked into the mainframe. Danger to manifold.
Yeah. There is a story there.
So Cars and Bids, we have these abilities to run a VIN and look at, if we're looking for example, a comp for putting a reserve on a car, our back-end software ties into all the DMS, the dealer's back-end software. And
show my inventory.
Show your inventory.
I don't have a 993 turbo, so not today.
So one of them popped up, and one of our employees was like, "Hey, I just ran a 993, and this one has popped up in LA. It's not on their website, but give them a call." And that was
cool.
It worked out.
Arena red, black, and that's that luxury leather,
supple leather.
Supple leather. That's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, and
supple
a lot of them had it.
I do like it. I don't know if I love the supple leather.
I don't care. The non-supple leather was not that different.
Yeah.
It didn't quite have the ruffles.
Yours isn't as, I've seen somewhere
really ruffled.
where it's fucking bunched up, like one of those 90s couches.
And I'm telling you, you go on Renlist and there's 40 pages about this topic. And it's oh God, what have I stumbled into here?
Yeah.
I can't believe the cult around this car. Because it's fun. It's nice. It's soft though.
Yeah.
It's a pretty soft car.
They are soft, yeah.
And it's for $225. I mean, you can buy some real cars for that much money.
You could buy some fizzy shit.
Yeah.
Really exciting.
One sold on Bring the other day for $350. Just a regular Arena
crazy.
Turbo. And that's a Ford GT.
No.
You could have an 05 Ford GT.
No.
Sorta.
I mean, maybe.
Kind of a rough one.
Brandon title.
Well, it's been hit.
But
it
makes
is cool.
me sad that I'll probably never have a Ford GT. It's a bummer.
You could get rid of that Countach there.
I could. I wouldn't trade that for a Ford GT.
I wouldn't either.
I would maybe condense other things at some point, but I don't know.
Ford GT is the best.
Yeah, I support this.
It's the
I know
best.
Ford GTs. I know it's the best. But that doesn't make me have $500,000. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have the money.
$375. You can get one for $375.
A shitter.
Mileage.
I don't want a shitter.
No, a good car, but just one that's been mild. The hard part is finding one. I have it at various periods. I've kind of gotten a little off my Ford GT, not driven it for a little while. And I've thought about selling it, and it always hits me I will never find another car with miles. That's why I don't do it.
Yeah.
I will never be able to buy back into a car that I can use.
Yeah.
They never come up with miles. So I got 44,000 miles.
People just keeping them forever.
Or they have 0 miles.
Yeah.
The guys who drive them want to drive them, and they do. And then the 0 mile cars are available, 20 of them at any given moment. But who wants that crap?
What am I going to do with that thing?
And then some of them are yellow, and
No, there's.
It looks like a bumblebee.
Give me a fucking silver no stripe.
Oh wow! Oh, silver no stripe is gone. That's a very valuable car now. You know, it's funny. I came
one
across
in the Peterson vault right now.
a silver no stripe. Yeah. I came across the original order label from Carl, who was the original owner of my car, and it's just a piece of paper that you fax to Ford.
Yes.
And it's these check boxes. And I'm looking at it.
There's only 4 options. There's 4 checks.
In the colors.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, if you checked these in a certain way, you would have a $150,000 now. At the time, the options were not. They didn't have a cost or they were minimal. But just making certain decisions was a $150,000 value add or subtract.
Yeah.
You had no way of knowing that 20 years ago.
No, in those cars, they couldn't even really move when
They
they
had
were
trouble
new.
moving them.
Yeah.
But if you had chosen red with a stripe, that car is worth $200,000 less than if you had got a black no stripe car, a silver no stripe car.
Yeah.
No, obviously impossible to know at the time.
Yeah.
But kind of funny to look at this sheet of paper and think there was so much. He probably didn't put that much thought into it, but there was in retrospect.
With only 4 options to choose.
Yeah.
The spread of outcomes.
Yeah.
is wild.
Yeah.
Same with 918s is another one. One Weissach, non-Weissach, and whatever colors.
Like a Prius.
Yeah.
Like a Prius. Automatic hybrid. You're not driving that around thinking, well.
Do you drive your Carrera GT and think Lamborghini?
You don't drive it in
Think
hybrid.
Diaro?
I think legit car.
Legit car.
No, I'm always thinking, oh my God, I hope nothing happens to this.
I would rather have a Carrera GT, but you don't drive a 918 around in hybrid mode. That's really terrible. You just click it to sport when you start it, and then the engine just stays on, and then it's automatic, but it's like a McLaren or something.
Auto hybrid.
All right, but I didn't buy one, man. What do you? What do you want from me? Saying it's nice.
Do you
know what I
not
want?
enjoy the torque fill benefit on any hybrid supercar?
I do. When I'm doing the videos, I love it. But for me personally, it's hard for me to imagine a situation in which I would want, as a fun car, during the rare moments when I'm not with my kids or doing family or working, to get into an automatic and be like, I'm going to go have some fun. Like, that is very rare.
I probably wouldn't. If I was rolling cash, I would daily a McLaren 750. That would be
that would be your daily if you were rolling in cash. You'd be a crypto bro. You could. How much rolling are we talking? You could
rolling.
You could.
Depreciation is no problem.
You could
rolling.
daily an F50 in this rolling in cash situation.
I mean, you'd have to take out some kind of fucking weird loan, but I guess
no, we're talking about your rolling in cash.
Well.
We need to define that. That's the problem.
There's even enough for a McLaren.
Even when he's rolling in cash, there's a parameter. There's a limit.
Yeah, no, I guess I'm not dreaming
Hardworking
big
Americans.
enough.
Once again,
not dreaming big enough. I don't know.
750S.
They're lovely every day.
You know what I want? Really, you know what you should get? Actually, and I'm not going to do it. I'm done. But you should is a 430 Scoot. That car is taking off. You can still get one for $275. When I come on this podcast next year, they're going to be 500 cars.
I don't love them.
I don't either, but you should do it financially.
I don't love them. They don't do anything for me.
Dude, challenge Stradales, which is an okay car, but I'm just going to say okay. Those are half-mil cars.
That's a crazy overvaluation, is a Stradale.
Yeah.
They're beautiful and they sound good, and that's usually all that matters, actually, over time. But
it's a lot of money for a 360 that's still kind of like a lot of 360s.
Yeah.
But Scoots haven't really taken off, but they're starting to. This is a top tip for anybody out there.
Don't love them, but that's good.
The
it is good advice.
16Ms are now like pushing $1 million. The convertibles.
That's also
insane.
You couldn't spend more to get less. They're fine. They're fine, but you could not spend more to get.
Oh, I got to think about that. Actually, that is an interesting one.
Wait. Oh, yeah, you could. No, you definitely could.
I mean, new Aston Martin. Speaking of Aston Martin, you know what I want?
There's shit you could buy. You could hide $1 million in stuff pretty easily.
Yeah.
And you'd get objectively less.
Yeah, I mean, the 430 Scoot is at least still an NA V8 limited production.
Yeah.
You know what I really want?
A Toyota 2000 GT.
Yeah.
That's how you spend more to get less.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Not much there. Tons of money.
You're going to get hate for the 2000 GT community.
They're all so old, they don't know how to use the internet. It's fine.
Okay, a car I really want to buy. I'm waiting for 2 more years of depreciation. The Aston Vanquish Zagato shooting brake.
Yeah. Is it on a downward trajectory?
Dude, they're selling for $400. They knew they were $900. This was 2-3 years ago. Yeah. Now they're selling for $400, but they almost never come up because there's only 100 of them.
Yeah.
But you got to assume that
a friend of mine had one of these actually.
Really?
Yeah, he was an Aston dealer, and he owns the local Aston Martin store and kept it for himself. It's pretty amazing.
It's just like it's
so
a wag. Like this is cool.
It's so pretty.
I think to me it's like a 225 car. They're still selling for $400.
Yeah.
Sticker was $900. I'm waiting for that too.
900.
It was $900.
Wow.
What do you think transaction prices were though? Like on a $900 Aston that you know is going to get killed on value. What discount do you think they're doing? Like $250 off?
Yeah, 200 off.
Imagine that.
Or I'll throw in a Vantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you get one. I'll just throw this in.
And I would say no thanks.
Oh man, new Vantage Roadster, quite nice.
Still going to depreciate like crazy.
Oh,
like
yeah,
Aston at the end of the day can never get away from the problem. They make a 1 of 100 Zagato one-off body style, and it's still a third of its value 3 years later.
V12 Vantage 6-speeds
they are valuable.
Quite delightful.
And
Those are good.
that car was not that beloved when it was new.
Which is weird because it was awesome to drive.
It was awesome then.
Time.
It was talked about then. Everybody's like, oh, this is cool. And almost right away after it was no longer available, there became this kind of cult around that car.
Yeah.
Not so much with this.
Yes, Vanquish Zagato. Yes.
It's like an M
Will it dog? Yeah. It's like an M Coupe with legroom. Exactly. Oh man.
You get
you have to get a camo interior.
You get one of these and a 430 Scoot, and you are rocking it.
No, I would need a manual.
Well,
430 manual.
You stick swap the 430 Scoot.
Yeah. Not that isn't. I saw yesterday one of the real 599 manuals, and it made me think that is actually the move, is the 599 manual swap, because they are quite cheap.
599s are so cheap. They're $115,000.
I don't understand.
How does that make sense?
Well, if it needs brakes, they're 40. That's one way.
You know, I got to tell you though, my buddy Nick just bought this SLR from Hoovy, and SLR brakes is like a big story with that car.
Those cars suck balls. Have you ever driven one?
I love them. I love them.
Junk.
Why?
Those things stink.
Because they're fast and they're incredibly cool looking, and they require nothing. Like, they're not temperamental in any way. And that's kind of the funny thing about the SLR. The story of the SLR is the brakes. Everybody's like, oh, when they fail. Well, they don't fail. They never do.
Yeah.
Like, and that's not going to happen to we did this one. This was
That's
a
a
stick swap.
conversion. It's only got 1,300 miles.
It was a bizarre car to convert.
That's a weird one to convert. But
Yeah.
This was a no sale at 220.
Yeah, which
They should have let that go. Sorry, bud. That's
Probably.
a bad one. But here's a.
But look at that. Look at that. That
Dude,
blue one's
these yellow
111.
Dude, this yellow one died at fucking
103. And then the blue one sold for 111. Boy, you
Yeah,
put the
dude.
stock wheels back on that car, you get another 15 grand.
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
People
For
don't realize
sure.
that. People who do aftermarket wheels, we try to tell this to people and they just won't accept it.
Yeah.
People don't realize that their taste in aftermarket wheels is never the market's taste in aftermarket.
Just sell them wheels separately.
Sell the
which
wheels
is what
separately.
I'm doing with my
Sometimes
wheels.
we see cars come and the aftermarkets will be off the car and they'll have a picture with the stock wheels separate. And it's like, dude, take an hour and get them back on the car. It will do wonders for you.
This car
One
was supposed to be
111.
so
111 grand for this car?
111.
That's
This is what these go
crazy.
for too. Like
Dark blue
130 is like a
over
pretty
tan.
expensive 599.
Wow.
Imagine that
So
with
then
a
you
manual.
swap it for what? 30? What are those?
30 with labor.
So you're driving around for 140 in a manual V12 Ferrari. Meanwhile, a 550 Maranello is a 200 car
Yeah.
and is slower and is worse.
Drives worse than these.
Absolutely.
They're beautiful, those
Looks better.
cars, but these drive
Way better.
Way
These cars
better.
are so flat. They are such good cars to drive.
Yeah.
They are so exciting.
This
Why don't you
blue
do
is-
this?
I should just do this.
I think a lot about how I
sell
wish I
the
had a
NSX
Ferrari.
and just do this.
Yeah, for the same
That's the
money.
move.
What's that NSX itself for? 150?
I'm hoping more than that.
I don't know. I don't know the market.
20,000 mile 05. I'm hoping for. Is it bad for me to say?
I don't know. Do you think it is? I will
You
say.
own the auction site, asshole.
I'll tell you this. Here's a little auction site top tip, okay? Whenever people say my reserve is off, that's it. That kills bidding.
Yeah.
Bidding is done at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Because at that moment, people think they are overpaying.
Yeah.
And it works at Barrett Jackson when everybody's drunk and everybody's all excited. But the moment, and I see it on Bring a Trailer too, when people are like, the reserve is off, that's the end.
So this black one is that would have been a good price a year ago. I think the market is up a little.
Yeah,
think
and I mean, this was 2 years ago, right? Almost 2 years ago.
This car would get more now. This car would bring it something starting with a 2 today. This particular car would
Here's
bring
another
something
car
starting
I'd rather have than a 993 Turbo if I was going on objective driving experience. Like at 225, like that's a pretty cool car.
with a 2. It is. I don't know. I would be. I don't want to say how much I want to get for it, but I'll tell you when we're not public.
Wow.
And you tell me if you think I'm nuts. But
then we'll have to-
I think this is a very good car, and it also just had the major engine out service, which is $6,500. So
Does a Honda dealer do that, or an Acura dealer do that?
I wouldn't take it there. Evasive Motorsports is an NSX specialist, and there's another NSX specialist in LA that is known for.
I was going to ask about that because it's interesting to me. Like with Ferraris and Porsches, there's all these specialists. But another car I want to get, which is another radically overvalued car, is a Mark IV Super Turbo.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, where the hell would I take it? You can't take that thing to a Toyota dealer. But is there a shop that like does?
There are.
SoCal,
there
for sure.
are, and then they're easier than Skylines. It would be easier to get a 1,000 horsepower Skyline motor than to get your air conditioning fixed in America. You know what I mean? Like I actually had
totally.
that problem. I could find 12 people that would build me some fucking Fast and Furious fire shooting thing, and I was like, I need my air conditioning charged. sorry, bro. You're shit out of luck.
That's so true. That is such a great point.
You missed this one, Doug. Sorry.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow, this is something.
Top secret
So
tribute.
many of them are like this.
Yeah.
This is a car. I look at this car and I think that guy, the moment he drives that, is going to the state ref.
Yeah,
that dude
yeah.
is getting pulled over the moment. Look at that. I was like, I got California plates. This
Yeah.
guy should do Montana. He's probably going to be in less trouble if he does Montana.
That's funny. Downstairs, we have a 1,500 horsepower Supra. It's very pretty, but it's
what happened to a lot of
silly.
them was they got modded to these crazy and what I want is a bone stock one.
Have you ever driven a bone stock one?
It's very underwhelming.
It's so boring.
That's what I'm
So
looking
so
for.
expensive.
boring.
That's in a couple years when I'm done with the 993 Turbo. That's what I want to replace it with: a bone stock, boring Super
Get one
Turbo.
with a little power, just like downpipes and stuff.
There's that a 15% increase over stock
I
that
wanna
sort
sit
of
there.
livens it up a bit.
No, I want to sit there in my manual turbo, and I want to flex on all these guys. I could do this, but look at my restraint.
You want to walk softly and carry the big stick.
That's so funny. You're
Look
like,
at-
I am a monk. A monk. I am a total,
I'm so tempted, but I don't. The temptation does
I
not.
have achieved total zen. I don't need
You're like
to
someone living in a studio apartment who has $10 million in the bank.
Right.
You're just
no, I'm not going to spend it. Not going to do it.
state of total enlightenment.
I think they'd be a really nice thing to drive long distance, like great GT cars. They're just not the best
Honestly,
sports
that's
cars.
kind of how I feel about this 993 though. Like it's a pretty good car to drive on the freeway, etc. It is not the car I would take to on a mountain drive.
Does this particular one that in Cars and Bids have like Lexus seats? Look at those seats. Those
Yeah,
aren't
they look like absolutely.
Those are
my God,
Lexus like
F-Seats.
RCF
Good
or
call out. Good
RC500
call out.
From an
seats.
F-Sport.
They look pretty good.
You know
honestly.
what? That works.
Yeah.
That works. That's a good mod.
Maybe I would do that one mod.
The stock seats, all those. If you the NSX, the RX-7, the Supra, none of the 300ZX, none of the seat shapes have held up over time.
Why were they afraid of bolsters back then? Like, look at that seat. Like, look at those bolsters. They're it's like these. They're
It's
wing
like,
back.
hey, is it a little cold in here?
But
Those look
but
like
in the
fembot
90s,
tits.
in the 90s, like flat seats, and if
Yeah.
you did anything more than flat seats, it was like I don't know, ridiculous. Those look
Yeah.
good. I would do that mod
That's
to
a
my
good
Supra.
mod. I like that one.
The thing that people I think don't understand about
Since you're all candy and no water, I'm just going to take this one.
what I want is I have 3 really intense cars. And for this 4th car, I want something I can bring my kids to daycare and like just have fun,
Sure.
but not too much fun because I want the other cars to have that role. And so that's why I want a Mark IV.
My Porsche is for the mountain. It's for that. It's not great at much else.
Yeah.
The Countach is for Malibu. You know, hopefully, I'd like to drive it to Car Week one of these years. Did you drive yours to Car Week? Or
I shipped it, but
and
only
then drove
because
it
I
over?
was coming from. I wasn't going to be able to.
Okay.
It was
I'd like
amazing.
to-
by
I'd
the
like
way.
to do that.
That experience. I also showed it at Quail. that experience was.
So did I.
That's true. Damn it! Nobody's ever clapped back.
Never be like, yeah, I was there too.
And the Manx cost less, by the way, than your Countach.
You know, a lot of cars at Quail cost less than my Countach.
My Manx is a Game Genie cheat code to a whole bunch
Yeah.
of
Where was
shit.
your car parked? I didn't see it there. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of Quail, you guys were there.
Yeah.
How about the 14 Shelby GT
Yeah.
350? Like at
Yeah.
some point, and I love that event. At some point, aren't you like,
That was a lot of
9
them.
is the. They all look.
How many
They're literally
F50s?
identical.
They
Were
They
there
were all
like 9
white.
F50s, I think?
Oh, I
There was
like
a lot
those,
of
though.
F50s.
That
I do
was
too.
good.
No, well, have you ever been to a DeLorean club? let me tell you. Hey, where did I park is a real issue.
It must be because they literally look the same.
Yeah.
Having that car at Car Week was so much fun.
I bet.
So much fun.
It was the only car you had.
Yeah, it's the
there.
only car I brought. So
Great.
we were like filling it up at 9 p.m. because,
Yeah.
it was so much
Was
fun.
it okay with the traffic and stuff?
A couple times after some really spirited drives, I had trouble restarting because I think the starter motor got hot. But you
Yeah.
just let it sit for a couple minutes. It cooled and it was fine.
That's awesome.
I think that's how they were. Like my suspicion is that that's
You're asking it for something that it wasn't really built to do.
I mean, I did almost 300 miles, 5 days, like just runs
But
down
just
the
like
PCH.
I just mean all the traffic. And
all
stuff.
the traffic
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a lot.
The Manx happens to be very good in traffic, and so
What trans is in that?
It's like a 4-speed Porsche.
It's a manual.
Yeah. Wow. But like the clutch is
Isn't it
so
loud?
Yeah.
You wear headphones?
If I'm driving it by myself for any kind of distance, I will wear earbuds. But like for most of Car Week, no, I didn't.
Damn, you're legit.
It was awesome.
You're way more
no,
legit than me.
No.
No, you are.
Countach for Car Week is fabulous.
That's true. That was pretty
fabulous.
legit. I am legit, actually.
I'm gonna do that one of these years, but like that's like, I don't mean to like be. I don't want to sound like elitist in terms of like the value of your car. Like it's not about that. Like what kind of. And I'm glad that like young people are into hypercars. I'm glad they're into fucking something, right? But like the sort of hypercarification of Pebble, like I have like our friend Sam, who has been on the show. He's the head of the group that bought Willow Springs and is redeveloping it. Fucking loaded, post-economic, you might say. He drove a 1952 Hudson Hornet NASCAR for Car Week. You know what I mean? Like a little, it required a little something extra besides money. A little risk.
Right.
Maybe it's going to break down.
Right.
Maybe he's got to find some fucking side of the road shop to fix this thing. You know what I mean? Like a little money can't buy je ne sais quoi. This is interesting.
Right.
And actually, the car wasn't even all that valuable because who's even looking for these things? Just looked like Doc Hudson.
I agree. That to me, nice.
You know what I mean?
That to me is like the special thing.
Yeah.
And driving that car up there, I will say, despite the hyper-carification of Monterey, kids were obsessed. And it was cool for me because I was one of those kids not long ago. Like literally was one of those kids like sleeping in a station wagon, like taking pictures of all the cars, like to be able to actually drive it. And it was cool. Like the kids respect and recognize it. Now, I was a little disappointed. In San Diego, I have the only Countach. Nobody that we know has any other Countaches. Like I go to Gary Boboleff's shop, which is down there. He doesn't work on any local ones but mine. There's none. It's me. So I go up there. Literally, I'm pulling in. I land at the airport, get my car, drive down to Ocean Avenue in Carmel, and another one pulls right up next to me, and then a Miura. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm nothing here.
Yeah, you can't.
There's no car.
Out fucking compete any of these folks.
There's no
Just
car.
Don't even try.
Yeah,
that's why like the Manx again. It sort of exits that system.
Right, you're not even trying. You're doing your own thing.
It's just a weird other thing. That doesn't mean like ideally. Maybe next year I could celebrate the car being back together by driving it up there. Like I'd fucking drive it no problem. Like, I would do it. It's a great highway car.
You would take it all the way up there with like a helmet on?
What?
Will you put like a helmet on?
Are you talking about a Manx?
Yeah, the Manx.
No, I meant the Countach. No, I meant the Countach.
You can't drive it.
No, I would not drive the Manx up there. I towed it with a Bentley.
The Countach you can't drive up there. It's too long.
What do you mean?
It's too long.
Why?
It's too long.
From San Diego?
The drive is too
It's
long.
longer from San Diego, so there's another 120 miles. But also, it's just like a lot of time in that car. Plus, don't you kind of feel every time you're driving your Countach like you might be on borrowed time? You want to make sure these miles count. You want to have the miles go up there. You don't want to break down the moment you're pulling in.
I mean, to a degree, yes. I won't like run errands in it and just go into traffic because that feels like unnecessary. But like, no, I would drive it up. I would take the 101. I wouldn't take the 5. I would make a thing of it. I would do it because a couple of years ago I drove the 328 up there and then used it, and it really was a total package experience.
Yeah.
That was very special.
If I was in LA, I might consider it. It's 240 more miles.
Yeah.
I would do it with my Ford GT for sure. That car is dead reliable.
Oh, well, that's
big enough. I sometimes fantasize about driving that car all the way across the country.
I genuinely think that my Countach, when it goes back together, should be pretty bulletproof once I get through the initial, like,
right.
what you call the 110, 100, 1000. When you put a car back together, something happens in mile 1 and you fix it. And then something happens in mile 10 and you fix it. Then you get 100 miles. Then once you get past 1,000 miles, your car is bulletproof.
You know, I got my Countach back from George Evans, luminary. I didn't have any issues. He pulled the motor out. We did $50,000 in work.
Yeah.
No 110, nothing. I've been nervous about driving that car, like all Countach owners are. And it didn't break down on me until 2,600, 2,700 miles into the experience. And even then, it was just the distributor, and they had it fixed in 24 hours.
My distributor went. That was the only thing that actually put me on the side of the road ever in 4 years with that car. Was the distributor.
We have that in common now because it's the only thing. It's the only problem I've had.
Did you have to get yours rebuilt?
No, they had one and they were able to.
They did?
I don't even know that the distributors, like the gears. I didn't exactly look into it. I was out of town when it all got fixed, but it wasn't that expensive, and they had it done in a day.
We had mine got like basically just gunked up with shit. Like the gears inside it were like gunked up and basically seized. Yeah,
it's the greatest.
It will be great. It will be great again. I heard a video of it running on an engine dyno, and it sounded absolutely beautiful. So I'm very excited. There were things I was told that I could do by somebody at this company that I was later, once this person no longer worked at the company, told were actually not possible. For instance, I was told that I could do European camshafts instead of the U.S. ones, and that I could do one or two other things European exhaust manifolds rather than the U.S. spec ones, which look like wrapped hams. They're really strange.
Yeah.
And I was told that I could do those things and it could make more power. Well, it turns out you actually can't. It turns out that the European cams do not work with injected engines, like they just don't. And it turns out that beginning in 87, they had the same exhaust, European, and they all had the U.S. spec exhaust. So the European exhaust doesn't actually even fit properly on this car. So
Interesting.
yeah, there would be no point to doing it. So anyway. Here we are.
Here we are.
With a stock engine.
Look at that. Look at that beautiful
Worst thing
car.
you have to deal with is stock Countach engine. Boo.
You know, mine's. I got forged pistons. Mine's been bored and stroked.
By the.
Really?
Yes.
Was it?
I got a built motor in my Countach, and I want my Mark IV Super Turbo to be stock.
That is weird.
Was
That's
that
a little
the
different.
last
That's
owner
very
did
weird.
that?
The only owner the car ever really had did it.
So was it a 5.2?
I don't know what it is now. It was a 4.8 liter V8 like they all were at that time, and it's bored out to some larger amount. And
I wonder what it is.
I got forged pistons, which all this stuff I think has enhanced the reliability of the car. I was told that when the car went in 2005 for this massive service, which was $70,000, which was probably about the value of the car. Basically, the motor had started. There was like corrosion or something. Something needed to be done. It needed to be rebuilt or something had to be done. And so they bored it out a little bit and put in the forged pistons. So I got a built Countach motor. Boom.
I wonder what
You got an R34. I got a
So wait, yours is an S, right?
yeah. Side draft 2-valve S.
I wonder if
That's how God intended the Countach.
I wonder if yours. So have you ever seen the spacer plates that they use? So
from you because of you.
Yeah, I wonder if yours had different spacer plates, or if they put different spacer plates.
That's a good question.
To
I don't
make
know.
the cylinders. That's so
I should call old George. George Evans is the one who did it, and he said he used to do it a lot back then.
I'm going to sound like a fucking idiot. There's got to be a test that they can do to determine the actual displacement of the engine.
Well, I mean, they put the pistons in, so like they know they must, right?
Yeah.
Like, but
interesting.
I don't know, but it is bored out. So I'm going to say, yeah, I got a 5.5. Big ole.
Whatever it is.
Do you remember last time I was on this podcast, I insulted Joe Sacchi? I regret
Yes,
it
I
so dearly. Okay, so Joe Sacchi, a visionary in the car world. So I'm always looking for a cheap F40. I'm never going to do it because the cheap F40 has now become too expensive even for me. And Joe was sort of looking for one for me. Like I didn't commission him to do it, but he would text me every 6 months or so being like, hey, I found this one. So he kind of knew that if he put the right car in front of me, I might bite. And then I made fun of him on this podcast, but I haven't heard from him since.
Shit. I don't think he listens, but maybe
Someone
told
sent
him.
it to
Someone
him.
told him, yeah. Yeah, look, there's some F40s. No, I was just at this guy's collection yesterday, and he had a 45,000-mile F40 that he apparently sent to DK and had them do the full mechanical thing and leave the rest of it rough. And apparently he rips on it.
They're gone. They're gone now. The Gas Monkey F40 came up for sale. And I went real hard on it to try to get it. And
what did it go for?
I don't know. It was at a dealership and I lost it. I offered a pretty low amount. But they were kind of interested. We went back and forth, and it didn't end up working out. But that car, the Gas Monkey F40, is back to red with stock wheels and stock interior, and you would never know. In fact, I spoke to Houston Croster, who was a previous owner of it, and he told me that a couple owners before him, there was a guy who bought it who didn't know.
That's so funny. How many owners have it had since then?
I don't know since Gas Monkey, but a famous baseball player bought it after Gas Monkey. It went to Barrett Jackson. It sold to somebody legit, like Reggie Jackson. Somebody like that bought it.
Oh, wow.
And then it got caught up in a scam. It was seized by the government. And then a couple people. Then this guy who bought it didn't know it was the Gas Monkey. I mean, it's had a path.
God, this is great.
And
that's the car for you.
But that is exactly the car for me.
And if not
Houston
you,
told me
not you, Ed Bolian, for sure.
Houston and let me tell you, Houston told me that it drove well. When he had it, it drove well. It was totally fine. But I couldn't.
That's so
It was
funny.
just a little too expensive even for me. I mean, it had serious damage. The car was in a serious accident, and then there's a scene, and this is the thing that will dog this car for the rest of its life. Maybe you remember this, but there's a scene in that Gas Monkey where they're putting it back together, and they've done this computer simulation of exactly where everything should fit, and they've take the chassis and fit it in this exact spot so everything to the millimeter matches up. And they get the car and they're putting it all back together, and one of the engine mounts is this far off. Completely doesn't fit. And they're like, just weld it. And so they either cut the chassis or weld it in some way, and that was how they solved that problem, and they just moved on. And who knows if that was just a TV thing?
TV build F40, dude.
Who knows if that even happened,
crazy.
right?
Yeah.
But that story will always be told about that car.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, shit happens on TV. It happens forever.
Right.
Like a Bob Ross painting.
Right, that's on YouTube now. That clip is going around YouTube. And I told a couple people I was interested in the car, and they were like, "Did you see this?"
And you're going to have to defend
15 years ago.
Even if the whole thing was repaired properly, Classic K, whatever.
You have to tell that story forever. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do some questions? Zach?
No, I was closing a tab. I wasn't.
Let's get to a couple questions because we've been on it.
What time is it?
It's 11:30. What time do you have to go?
I don't have a time.
Okay, cool.
This is the most wonderful time of the year.
Doug has eaten 8 Almond Joys and 3 Milky Ways.
This is my Christmas. You know what
go.
Christmas is like at my house now? There's screaming and toys, and the Lego gets open and has to immediately be put together. This is my Christmas.
Sure.
You're welcome.
I'm happy to.
You're welcome.
I'm surprised. It doesn't even look like that bowl of candy's been touched.
I'm like,
Audio listeners, Doug is flying right now.
It's like Cookie Monster. Do you know that Cookie Monster, you guys probably don't watch the Sesame Street, but Cookie Monster, you know how he used to eat the cookies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Apparently he now is converted to being like
he's gluten-free.
Yeah, he's like salad eating now because they didn't want to teach the children this bad habit. And that's me now. I want to tell all the listeners out there, I've only done this for the sake of tradition.
And entertainment. It is, when they're all laid out in the pile there, it does look a little bit compulsive almost. It's wow. Okay, let's go to the people. Let's go to the fucking people. Patreon.com/The Smoking Tire Podcast if you want to ask questions of our guests, if you want to get the show early, if you want to get the show without ads, watch it live, and get extra show. Patreon.
How many people you got on Patreon? Do you announce these numbers, or is this a private company? We don't say. You making big bank from it?
Huh?
You making big?
It does good. Yeah,
You'll find it in the Panama Papers too. Otherwise, you're not telling anybody.
Yeah. Daily and Explorer ST says, what can we fans expect from each of you in 2026?
Hey, what are you doing in 20? I'm not doing anything. Shouldn't have bought this 993 Turbo. What are you doing?
Well, I told you before about this Mercedes project. That's going to be fun.
That's going to be cool.
Fun LA cruiser, the hypothetical E500 Cabriolet.
Yep.
Hopefully finishing the Countach finally after 3.5 years. It'll be 4 when it's done. We were thinking maybe instead of Car Week this year, Dream Cruise.
Oh my God, I know. One year I want to do.
Do you want to go?
I'm almost certainly going to be on the East Coast this summer for both of these events, but
yeah, but you could leave Nantucket for a weekend. Detroit.
We don't leave. I have a rule. I don't leave.
Once you're there, you don't leave.
That is like literally my rule. No traffic lights from June and July.
Okay.
Dream Cruise is the same week, which is such a shame.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know why they do that.
Have you ever been?
Dumb.
Have you ever been down Woodward on just a normal Saturday night in the summer?
Yeah,
it's like
it's
huge.
crazy. It's
even
a good
then,
time.
it's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't been to Dream Cruise in 10 years, but
you
I'd
have
like
been
to
before.
Go back. I've been. Yes, I've been 2 or 3 times. It is fun.
Yeah,
and I think if I go this year, I want to drive like concept cars. Like I want to go I want someone to pull some shit out of the museum.
Can I tell you something? I drove a Cadillac. Can you go to my Instagram, Zach? Mm-hmm. I drove a Cadillac concept car from the 80s. This is the greatest thing that ever happened. Scroll down.
Wait, not that one. That's the one from Demolition Man, dude.
Okay, it turns out the 2-door was from Demolition Man. This is the 4-door.
Oh, you're right.
Look at that.
God damn.
Look at that. I drove that.
What was that one called?
This was called the Voyage. The 2-door was called. The 2-door had some other name that made you think it was going to go anywhere, but in truth, it can't leave the General Motors Technical Center campus, which is ironic.
Oops. Oh, because you also drove the new one, the new Cadillac.
I drove the Celestiq.
Yeah, was it awesome?
It is so good. Like, it is absolutely Rolls-Royce Bentley quality.
Yeah, and they'll sell none of them.
They'll sell none. Who's paying $400 for a Cadillac? Have you driven one?
No, I'd love to.
It was amazing. Like, my video's coming. Watch the video, even though I'm going to talk about it. I don't care, actually. It was so good. It truly drove like a Rolls-Royce. It was so comfortable. The fit and finish is unbelievable. It is a $400,000 base price Cadillac.
Yeah. They'll sell none.
They'll sell none. And they're going to depreciate.
I really would love to drive one, though. Oh, that might be the depreciation station.
Yeah.
That's where we
Pick
need
one
to
of those
be.
up for $125 next Thursday.
Yeah, that could be the move.
But I drove the concept car, and what I learned is, none of them. You don't want to drive a concept car.
Oh no, it's hot probably, right? Windows
It's
don't
hot.
open. No HVAC.
It's hot. There's no HVAC. Okay, so that you see how.
Front wheel spats. Means
Okay, so
your turning radius a little fucked up.
on the contrary, this particular car, one of its futuristic inventions was that it had the covers over the front wheels for aero, for fuel efficiency, like they will in the future. But when you turn the wheel, an electronic actuator came
No
out,
way.
opened up the things, and you could turn no problem.
That's pretty cool.
That's what they
actually.
told people as the concept car. In reality, when you turn the wheel, what happens is the electronic actuator is your front wheels. And so you turn them and they push it up.
Wow, yeah. Otherwise, the actuator has
so
to react so
awesome.
quickly,
Of course.
like in a parking garage or something.
Right,
Yeah,
the concept of it is
Flapping
ridiculous.
constantly.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's absurd.
That's so funny.
That's so true. Like any trim on the steering, it would have to pop
Autocross,
up.
just
Yeah.
you know,
Is there like a little roller on the inside of it, to the tire?
There is something like that, but you could hear it. Like
Yeah,
you're
that's-
driving around. I'm halfway through the drive. I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, that's the wheel pushing on the. I'm like, I thought there was an electronic actuator. But
That's
yeah, it's
so
hot.
funny.
This car has a rear view mirror camera that works
No
still.
way.
This car had some really like advanced stuff.
This is like 94.
It was like 89.
Oh, was it that old?
Somewhere in there. I don't remember. I had the video go up in like a month, and I got.
But man, that front end is very much the Associate Bob Demolition Man car.
Yeah, the
is.
two-door one looked
Yeah.
basically identical.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be. And the other thing is the automakers. I actually have to give huge. I think our relationships with the automakers should be a little bit more adversarial than it is. But I give huge props to GM for letting me do this. Like they gain nothing from this. Like they're letting me review a 30-year-old concept car that is, it does, and all you can make fun of it if you wanted to.
Yeah. It doesn't
And
represent.
It doesn't
anything
represent the
they're doing
brand. It's
right
not
now.
furthering anybody's goals. But
Yeah.
I did it and it was cool.
But just whimsy. It's for whimsy.
What am I? Yeah, that's right. What am I going to do in 26? Nothing.
Cool. You're going to start using the word winter as a verb as well as the word summer.
Dude,
as a
I
verb.
wish my kids' school. What a mistake.
yeah.
The school schedule's a real disaster.
Yeah. Rage against the Mach E. Should manuals and SUVs come back? No.
What did you think of that Cayenne sale? That green Cayenne we sold for $125.
I am extremely confused by it. It makes absolutely no sense. Because
You think that makes no sense? People all the time are buying these cars for ridiculous money on the auction sites that are just absurd.
a V6 Cayenne? What are we
You
doing?
gonna find a green manual? You gonna find a green manual?
Why would I want a green manual?
talk about an overpriced driving experience.
Yeah, why would I want?
Why would I want half
that?
the cars out there? Okay.
I saw. You see that Philip sent his Cayenne back to Sunderwunsch to have it redone. That's a
I have opinions.
post-economic. Whatever, man. Whatever you want to do.
Dude, I got to tell you, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but like among the Carrera GT owners, so a lot of Carrera GT owners have been sending their cars back. The results have been some of the ugliest things that you'll ever see in your life. I'm going to show you
Okay,
this picture.
so
I'll send this to you so you can post it.
I went to Porsche Atlanta, to Porsche Classic.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me take pictures.
Yeah.
And they showed me inside their restorations for a variety of cars.
Yeah.
There was multiple Carrera GTs.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of GT3 RS 4.0s that people wanted in other colors besides
White and
white or black.
Right.
A couple of them were cool. One or two were cool. I saw perhaps the ugliest Carrera GT I've ever seen.
What
in my
color
life.
was it?
It was a Jewish racing gold champagne, but not done well.
Okay, check this out. Because this has been going on, and I got to tell you, I honestly think that someday having this silver car that it hasn't had this done to it is going to be valuable.
Yeah.
This Carrera GT went back, and the guy wanted all purple carbon.
Oh, wow.
But they couldn't do the front bumper because the bumper wasn't carbon.
The bumper's not carbon?
So you have this shut line.
I'm sorry. It's just a plastic bumper, unpainted.
This is a multi-million-dollar recommission.
That's finished?
This is finished.
That's insane.
The carbon and the bumper they meet and they're at odds, and so it emphasizes the fact that the hood and the bumper are different colors, like a guy who's got a junkyard part for his Toyota Celica.
Like Magnus's 996?
Yeah, right.
That's
Dude
crazy.
paid $2 million.
It looks like he had a leather bra on it for 10 years and then
that's
took
exactly
it off.
it. Faded it.
You'd think
faded.
they'd wrap it in one layer, one outer layer.
Right, just wrap it.
No, like in one layer of carbon for that kind of money.
For that kind of money, do that.
The one layer of carbon on the out. What the fuck?
And that isn't even the worst. And someone sent me a picture.
That's about the worst I've seen.
It's pretty bad. Someone sent me a picture. Someone did a Guards red one, and they switched it into orange with black wheels, and the windshield A-pillars are black, and it's like Guards red. They're only like 50 of those.
Yeah,
like,
Guards red is pretty good on a Carrera GT. I would not take that out.
Yikes!
Wow.
That's what people.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw Phillips build there, and it was not what I would have done.
I think Philip has pretty good taste and stuff. I think the way he sees color and texture is really good.
I think that Porsche really wants as much money as they can at this current situation. They're at a juncture where like money is nice.
Yeah.
And they are saying yes to everything.
And I think they're trying to find a way to do an atelier type of thing.
Right.
Because like, imagine how mad you are if you're Porsche. It's Singer can build a 930 turbo today and sell
charge
it
$3 million
and sell it for $1 million plus.
And the other thing is, the unsaid thing here is that all these people whose primary interest in Porsches is the colors and the stitching and the leather.
Yeah.
On those cars like Carrera GT, they were all silver basically, so like you couldn't do that. Even if you had been able to buy one new, you couldn't have done it really back then. Paint to sample was like barely available, and so here's the opportunity to let your Porsche flag fly.
Sure. Harlequin E63 AMG is the online enthusiast car auction marketplace going in the wrong direction. High-end stuff still commands a premium and reaches the right bidders, but is there a concern that the watering down of the marketplace is driving it to become eBay Motors? I'm not sure what the evidence is for this
Go to cars
question.
in, but what do we got right now that looks watered down? We got good stuff, I bet.
Has it been watered down?
I think that
I don't see anything on the front page that is not at least
I
reasonably
think there's another auction
enthusiastic.
site that has started selling a lot more.
It has been interesting
parts
to watch
and eBay stuff, which has been
Parts,
surprising.
the parts.
that, but also it has been interesting to watch what's happened to Bring a Trailer ultimately with new ownership who's trying to maximize value. I've been surprised by it because we've seen cars that we've rejected show up there. They've definitely started to do some kind of lesser. Not that we don't have. I think the truth is though, I don't even hate him for that because ultimately like there's an enthusiast for everything. We have this guy who works with us, Kenan, who's like obsessed with the E39 M5, and occasionally we'll run one that's really rough. And he gets mad. He's like, we shouldn't be the site selling this. And I'm like, yeah, but like someone wants to make a track car, or someone wants to do a build, or I don't know. Like there's a market for the salvage title stuff. Like I don't know. I don't think it's watered down. You look at that Crossblade. You want one of those?
The Crossblade, at the right price.
You know what it is? It's the wrong price. You know what those sell for?
The right price for me is like $5,000, but they're worth like $50,000.
They sell for $50,000. Do you believe it? I went hard on one that we had.
Well, remember that shit pile smart car SEMA build that I had that you ended up selling?
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing. He got $30,000 for that thing. I gave it away. I gave it away for basically nothing.
Dude,
that's kind of awesome, actually.
We've sold. This is the fifth one we've auctioned. The fifth one. I went really hard on the third one and tried to get in there. I thought I could get it for like high 30s, and it sold for like 57.
This
would be a fabulous Nantucket machine.
It would be so cool, and that's what I was going to use it for.
Bro, do you know what I just saw? Hannah just found this. There's these guys, these homies, that are getting little Tykes cozy coupes and making like a frame for them with big gold, like Dayton-looking bicycle wheels and driving these fucking things around. They are the sickest. They're so sick looking.
But they're so small. Like, they're not enlarging the cozy.
No, they're like adults in these things, like fucking cruising around on these gold Dayton wheels.
That is can you pull this?
I'm trying to find it.
Alfa Romeo Montreal smoked meat. What is the Mount Rushmore of glaring automaker missed opportunities, such as Chevy not launching a Raptor competitor and Nissan killing the Xterra right before the market got hot? Those are two good ones.
Ferrari not doing manual, I think it's crazy.
Ferrari not making manuals.
Like, I get that it's slower and all that, but like they would make, if they came out with a limited edition of 200 manual, whatever, people would pay whatever.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty wild, especially for a public company. I think it's wild that they don't do that.
That is actually, I can't think of a bigger one than the revenue that they could be making just doing a tiny percentage of manual versions of their regular
you
stuff.
You have to get it certified. Whatever it would cost, I guarantee you could make twice that back.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, Lambo whores out everything. Like they bring the Countach bag. Like let's do whatever we can to make a little bit of money. I'm here for that.
Yeah.
That's what Lambo has always represented.
My girlfriend goes to another school in Montana. Who are fast wagons really for? Nobody with the ability to buy a fast wagon is limited to only one car.
That is such an interesting question.
It's a good point,
Right
actually.
now, I have, as a press car, the new E53 AMG wagon.
The 53 engine is kind of nice, isn't it?
It's nice.
So
but
smooth.
I was thinking the exact same thing. I took it to play tennis, and I got out, and I was thinking, I either want to be in a comfortable car right now because I'm exhausted, or a sports car to like have a nice ride home, and it's neither.
Yeah.
And I do wonder that. Like, no, unless you're in New York City with literally one parking space, it's kind of a weird thing. Our E450 station wagon does 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, and it's 10 times more comfortable and half the price as an E53. It's like, how do I justify? Why would I want to get into those AMG cars? It's no longer this performance delta where it's like you either do 0 to 60 in 10 seconds or you get an AMG. Like our station wagon is really fast and comfortable, and I got the third row. I don't know. It's a good question.
I agree. They seem like a good idea.
Right.
I mean, I say this as a guy with a Taycan wagon, but I don't have the fast one. I have the 4,
Right.
the slowest, softest one. It's basically the equivalent
of
of
the
your car.
E450, yeah.
It's basically the electric that.
Yeah.
I don't see them, and I've seen 4 or 5 of my clients here go through RS6s as dailies. They keep them for 6 months, and they learn they're boring.
They're boring. They're kind of boring, and they beat you up.
Yeah.
And fuel,
Way too stiff. Yep.
You know that they're way too stiff. And like as a family car, when I drive around my kids, I'm not trying to. I just want to chill because there's a lot going to happen.
Yeah.
Also, do you know the M5 Touring is EPA rated at 13 miles per gallon combined? 11 city. That's the same as the Escalade V.
That's crazy.
Think about that.
Wow.
Even the E53 is 22 combined.
What's the 4GT rated?
That's a good question.
Probably very close.
Probably like 17 or 18. Yeah.
That's nuts.
13 combined. So, like, I know people in that price point probably aren't usually thinking about, but like at some point,
That's
Like,
that's
They think
crazy.
about the price of crude going up and down, not necessarily the price of gas.
Right?
but still, like, I would, if I had one of those cars, even though I'm not really thinking about the price of gas, at some point on your mind, like, what am I doing to myself? I'm getting beaten up every day. I'm paying for fuel every other day just so I can drive around in this fast car. I'm not really using the performance.
Yeah.
There's crushed up Cheetos in my car.
I was just thinking about, cars are, because I just had the Rivian Quad, and we're going to talk about that independently on our next show. I've driven all the other Rivians. None of them have I ever used full throttle for anything outside of the video production process, nor would I.
Right.
There isn't...
Completely agree.
Bro, 1,000 horsepower 3-row on knobbies? What are we doing?
They sent me a quad, and it was really cool. But
Yes.
like, my neighbors who saw it, oh, what? This is a new Rivian, yeah. And I tell them, should I get it? No, you should get a dual.
Yeah.
You, my neighbor, an attorney, should get a dual.
Yeah.
This is insane. I think Rivian wants to do it because they like winning those Jason Camisa drag races.
Sure.
And it's really good press. But like, come on.
And
It's absurd.
If you happen to get the chance to go off-roading with a quad, and I didn't get to do it with Rivian, but I did get to do it with the G-Wagon and the old Rivian. It amazing, really, really amazing wheel control, and precision, and all that kind of stuff. I totally understand, because we've been through it a million times, that like it's so cheap to add horsepower if you have the battery thing, that it just makes sense to have the thing to brag about. But like, I think we might need to use some restraint.
Flooring it in that quad, I'm sure you'll talk about this when you do, but it's like, and me and my buddies took it to dinner, so 6 of us in there, and flooring it with all 6, I'm like, this is just sketch. Like, this is just on a level that I don't need to be at.
Do you have an S or a T?
I had an
SUV
S.
or the truck?
The SUV.
So the S also, the S has, I believe, the same steering ratio as the T and 18 inches less wheelbase, which makes it drive like a car with a cut wheelbase, like an Audi Sport Quattro or a Lancia Stratos, or like one of those cars where they cut the fucking wheelbase, like for rallying. So the way it moves...
That's so true. It did feel like that. You know what it felt like was the V8 Defender 90.
Yeah. Where it's just like Actually, Defenders are the same way. The 110 feels normal, and the 90 feels like a car with a cut wheelbase.
Yeah.
So it's this, and now you have 1,000 horsepower.
Right.
With this, the way it moves, it can be like a. So if you get in over your head, you jam on the brakes and you try to steer. It's like whoa.
Right. That's exactly what it's like.
crazy.
It's a cool car. It was super cool.
I like Rivians. That's in the middle of an otherwise positive review of a well-made and
The Duel is the one.
yeah
For everybody.
Just nobody needs that.
Right.
Man, that's our show. That's almost,
Oh my God.
Is that an hour and 45? Right.
Zach, give
That's
us
an
one
hour
more
and
good
45.
question.
All right. Challenge Stradali Llama, which is a fabulous name. If you could each be on a TV game show, current or past, what would it be? I'm Price is Right till I die.
Really?
Price is Right till I die.
Did you ever? I mean, it's like local.
When I first moved to LA, I did go see The Price is Right and get in the audience with my.
But you didn't
girlfriend.
get chosen.
Did not get on. No.
Huh. I don't know. Jeopardy.
Oh, American Gladiators when I was younger, for sure.
Gladiators.
Hyperdrive would have been fun.
Hyperdrive
the car
would have
one.
been fun, yeah.
But now I think I would do Make Some Noise on Dropout, which is like a silly improv game show. There's no prize money.
I'd be a guest on Zach Clapman's driver's test,
Which you will be.
which I will be next weekend.
And by the way, we didn't discuss that you won this award. We were going to talk about it. We didn't talk about it.
It's so important. It's so important. It just rules over everything. I don't think this can live here anymore.
It's very heavy.
You won. You beat me.
We did.
I don't think were we up against them?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
great.
they were nominated.
Well, look, you make more money than me. So.
It's true.
You make more money than me, so I'll take this.
But wouldn't you
Lucite
rather
and-
have the award?
No.
We can trade you the award for your Carrera GT.
I'll trade you. No problem.
I need to be recognized by my peers.
I'll tell everybody you won and the whole thing. I'll be. You won't ever see me again. Thanks, buddy. Best time of the year.
Best time of the year.
It's my birthday too.
Is that true? When's your birthday?
Today.
Oh
44.
my God, 44.
44.
Wow. What are you going to do to celebrate?
Well, tonight.
Yeah. You and
Zach
Hannah.
and I, and no, not me and Hannah. Actually, tonight is boys' night. There's a chef who's pretty well known and incredibly talented, who was on Chef's Table on Netflix last season. He's cooking dinner for us at his restaurant personally, which is pretty cool.
That sounds fun.
That's going to be pretty awesome.
Sounds like it'd be nice to be
go.
there.
Yeah. And then I'm going racing. I'm going to Texas this weekend. I'm racing at COTA, endurance racing.
With what?
In an E92 M3 with dude, the
endurance of the engine.
My three teammates are this dude Tato Siderman, who's like a 22-year-old fucking hot shoe who's ripping up Super Trofeo right now in the amateur class, Tommy Kendall, and Johnny Lieberman.
Oh damn!
And I think Sergio, Tato's dad, might drive a stint.
Wasn't Bell gonna go?
I don't have confirmation that Justin Bell. He might have to go. He might have had to go to work.
Can I tell you something?
Justin Bell may or may not be driving.
He may
also.
have to actually do something that's productive. Can I tell you something about Johnny Lieberman? I talk about Johnny a lot on this show.
I can't wait.
Because remember, on the show previously, I've said that he should start his own YouTube channel, which he's now done.
He's doing.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what happened the other day? I was at the Hyundai Design Center in Irvine, and you know who was there? Johnny Lieberman. And you know what? First time I've ever met him in my life.
No way.
And I hugged
Really?
him. And I think he thought the hug was weird. And to an extent, it was weird. I've never met the person before, and I hugged him. And I didn't really give him a chance not to hug me.
Did you have a nice time?
My interaction with Lieberman was limited to the hug and then a couple of words. He said, "I can't believe you came out of your house for this." And I said, "Me too."
Yeah, that seems like a thing that you wouldn't go to.
Well, you know what it was? It was for the Hyundai Crater, which was a concept car, and I will do some stuff for concept cars. I went to Detroit to film that Cadillac.
Yeah, no, you're in my level of nerdery. If
I
you
like a
dangle
good concept car.
yeah, for sure.
I wanted to do the Cadillac Cian, by the way. So I'm
one, isn't it?
Yeah, although apparently they don't have the engine for it anymore.
Oh.
Anyway, Johnny Lieberman, I hugged him. And that's my Johnny Lieberman story.
Well, he is in Portugal doing something right now and flying to Austin and meeting us there. So we're going to be hopefully doing some racing. Zach and I have one more show before I leave, and I'll talk a little bit more about the racing. But that's our fucking show. You know where to find Doug. You don't need to ask me. Cars and Bids, driving around San Diego in a 993 turbo. Doug DeMuro YouTube channel, 5.03 million.
But it's like stopped. There's like
I know.
no more growth.
No, me too.
It's going to be 5.03 for people. Are like, what are you going to do at 6? I'm going to be dead.
Let's talk about what aren't we doing in 2026. Growing our social media and YouTube channel.
That is unfortunately accurate.
This is going to be the year we pivot offline.
Make a magazine or a newspaper.
For those of you who did the Doug Candy drinking game, wow, you're probably wasted. 3, 4, 5.
I can't do
6,
this
7, 8, 9,
Next
10,
time I'm
11.
bringing carrots.
11
Next time
parts.
I'm bringing carrots.
Doug DeMuro, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Pleasure.